No portion of this program may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM BZ Broadcast.
What are we going to do without that old redneck Bobby Bowden?
The biggest names,
and his son Terry Bowden. He's got his finger so far off his nose he's scratching the top of his hand with it from the inside.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Can you say redneck? Bobby Bowden.
560 WQAM presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, dial 567-0560.
George is at Gulfstream, by the way, right now.
Call toll-free 877-785-NEIL or pound 560 on your AT&T and Verizon wireless phones. The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his colleagues represent those of WQAM management, staff, or sponsors. Now, The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
It's Friday, you bastard.
It's late at night, you're fast asleep, and a shadowy figure is about to break into your home. But you're protected.
Yes, it's the James Brown Home Security Alarm. The hardest working alarm in the safety business. Designed by the godfather of home protection himself. The James Brown alarm protects you from burglars, vandals, peeping Tom. And if you act now, we'll include at no extra cost the patented James Brown Hot Pants Fire Alarm. So put the Soul Patrol on your keyhole with a James Brown Home Security System. You'll say, I feel good.
10:01 at 560 WQM. The new poll that just came out, Obama's only 4 points behind Swillery in Pennsylvania. Today's only the 11th of April. Yeah. We got 11 days to go until the Pennsylvania primary, and he's only 4 points behind. He's dropping like Iraq. If you pardon that expression.
Okay.
As recently as 2 weeks ago, the Quinnipiac poll had Swillery up 16 points in Pennsylvania, and now today it's only 4. In a new Pennsylvania poll, Obama scored his largest gains among young voters, white men, and those without college degrees, 3 groups that have on average leaned more heavily toward him in post-Super Tuesday contests. And the media is talking about what's in the reflection in Dick Cheney's glasses. Is it a naked woman? And Dancing with the Stars, and Jason Taylor on Dancing with the Stars. And you wonder why there's like over 4,000 dead people that should be alive today in Iraq, soldiers I'm talking about, and 1 million dead people who used to live there? And you wonder why we're paying $4 a gallon of gas and it's like $109 a barrel of oil? You wonder why these things are going on? And because nobody gives a crap. The American public are the stupidest people on the face of the earth, the most gullible, the most easily led by the nose.
Yes.
And the beat goes on. It just goes on and on. And you people in the media, man, that's what you specialize in. Distracting the public from the important stuff with a bunch of puff and fluff and crap.
So what is in his glasses?
Naked woman.
Crap. All right.
Some guy fly fishing. Some guys fly. I don't know. Who knows and who cares?
Right.
Whatever it is, he's going to shoot it. So what difference does it make? Speaking of polls, by the way, President Bush's public approval has reached a new low in the AP Ipsos poll. Just when you think it can't get any lower, it gets low. A survey released yesterday showed just 28% approve of the overall job Bush is doing. His previous record low in the poll was 30 last month.
About 30, man.
I'm 28 and dropping like a rock, just like Swillery in Pennsylvania. In another record low, only 27% are happy with his job on the economy, which threatens to enter a recession, it says here, but of course we're already in one. I think what it should say, which threatens to enter a gigantic depression. The AP, it goes on, but April 7th to 9th. So there you go. 28% approval rating. Zine president. So what are we going to do today? George is at Gulfstream. We got the Holy Bull Stakes tomorrow, $150,000 Holy Bull, in preparation for the big Triple Crown. I can't believe already, boy, the Derby is only, less than a month away now. First Saturday in May. Aren't you all whipped up about the Kentucky Derby?
I am whipped up.
And then we got the Freakness is on the 17th?
Yes. Thank you, Steve.
Freakness?
Right.
Now, are we still working on that deal or what? Because I don't want to come down there.
Yes.
I don't want to come out of that restaurant with just my thing in my hands, you know?
With just your program in your hand? It's not, it's being worked on. It's just not done yet. But
Oh, like my deal.
Correct.
Like my extension, my coronal extension. Well, we'll get things done. Get her done. That's the line, man. That's what Danny told me. Get her done. And George, also tomorrow's going to be out and about. Now, have you got any of your fans there yet? Come to see
No,
her?
not yet. It's early yet, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. They've never failed me yet, right, yeah.
We got Mad Dog. I forgot the Jerk Show at 2 o'clock. How could I forget that? Did the Heat play again, Chris, or not?
Tonight, I think.
Oh, baby. Woo. The Jerk Show at 2. Then we got Mad Dog from Augusta from the Masters, 4 to 7. He loves that crap. I do underline crap. We don't have any first pitch thing tonight because the Marlin game is... where are they playing?
I would have to find out.
Oh, well, no, please don't. Dolphins all access 7 to 9, then the VA show 9 to midnight. Well, we don't. We only have that 10-minute fake pregame Marlin thing when they play at 7 o'clock to get 5 minutes of spots in there. That's what that's all about. Anyway, George, tomorrow will be from 10 a.m. to noon at the grand opening of CompUSA at 1740 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. Come by for great savings on all your computer needs and to win some really nifty QAM prizes. Anybody believe that?
No.
Well, we'll give you whatever we got. CompUSA is back, and George will be there tomorrow from 10 to noon. So you're all over the place.
Yep.
Now, what's the story? Where you are now, which I guess you're in the same place every time you go
That's right,
there?
Finish Line Casino. This is where they like us.
Where you are now, so there are people playing the machines now?
Not just yet, no. There are machines over there, but there are people that, see, what happens is they open this place at 10. And,
I see.
And people come in and have their coffee, start reading their program, set themselves up at the little tables, the early birds. They start doing their research over here.
Handicrapping?
Right, and then little by little
the
the place fills up, and it'll get noisier and noisier as it progresses. It's nice to have a bar here to my right and I don't know what to call it, restaurant right in front of me.
Really?
Somewhere between a snack bar and a restaurant. They have all these different restaurants and eateries here. They have a bar right outside, right in between this place and the place next door. You got to come see it, and I guess you will.
I will, of course. Next month, or maybe today, maybe right now. If I get in the Pontiac right now,
that's right.
There in time for the races on Sunday.
4:30.
Here's the poll today. What do we got? Has Chris got a shot at 1,000? Oh yeah, easy, 877. How do we get 877 on a crap poll like this?
Because it's a good poll.
It is not. What is the gayest fashion accessory a man can sport? 877 vote. Nipple rings, 211. A man's shoulder bag, 177. What about a fanny bag? Like that queen that shows up most of the time. Does he still come around? Do you ever see him?
Fanny pack? Not lately, but last time I was in Broward doing something, which I guess this is, but further up there, he shows up fanny
Maybe
pack.
he's not allowed to travel like south of certain
Maybe he'll show up
demarcation.
tomorrow.
Speedo is 167, a navel ring 111, Prince Albert piercing 65, tongue piercing 57, earrings 41. That's asinine.
Well, I was supposed to add something, but I'm not there, so I can't do it.
Chris can do it.
Right, pinky ring.
Pinky ring?
Yeah, pinky ring.
Earrings 41, sandals 21, goatee 12, necklace 9, and a mustache 9. Out of 881 votes. Well, we'll have the 1,000 lickety-split maybe this hour, although I doubt it.
Lickety-split.
Lickety-split. So we got two short fields there for the first two races, 6 and 6.
Okay. That means not a lot of horses, right?
Right.
Hey,
Which
I'm
makes it
starting
a lot
from scratch
easier to
here.
narrow it down, I guess. But,
this is handicapping 101. Presume I know nothing.
Well, we know you know nothing.
Right, so...
We gave you the $168 double last time.
Rub that in for the rest of my life, aren't you?
Nothing in your hard ass, and you won't listen to anybody else.
You don't forget anything.
You just pick the numbers. You only got 6 and 6.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at the entries here in the jockeys and the morning line odds. In the first race, when you got a horse that's 6 to 5 in the morning line, that means he's going to be a prohibitive favorite. That means the double's going to pay about, I don't know, maybe $8.
Yeah, you're going to explain that wheeling thing to me again.
Dr. Stick, as in stick it, ticket, like that. Ticket. See, that's an omen right there. Pascasio Lopez is the jockey. And the horse is 6 to 5 in the morning line, which is heavy prohibitive favorite. The next lowest price is the 4, Scarbum, at 3 to 1. So Dr. Stick looks like, at least what I got in front of me, which doesn't tell me anything, maybe a mortal lock. You know what that means?
No.
Like pretty guaranteed to win.
Oh,
okay. He falls down or something like that.
That's what I thought, but I'm not presuming nothing.
So I don't know. You don't want to wheel him in the double because the double's not going to pay. That would cost for, you could bet $1 wheel at $6. But if the double pays $8 and for $1, you only get $4 back, so you'd lose money.
Okay, well, I won't do that.
I'm looking at one of the handicrappers, picks the 2, BL's Metropolitan. He's 5-1 in the morning line, and the favorite is the 5 in the second race. So I'm leaning toward like 6-2, 6-5.
Okay, I got to get a program.
6-2, I'll write it down. Not official yet. I mean, it's a long way before the race. First race is what, 1 or 1:15?
1:15, I think? Yes.
So we got a long way to go.
We do a lot of foreplay before we play.
Don't miss the chance to see Triple Crown contenders battle it out in Gulfstream Park's final stakes race before the Derby, before the Kentucky Derby. They present the $150,000 Holy Bull Stakes this Saturday. That's tomorrow, April 12th. Supersized to 1 mile and 3/16, the Holy Bull has served as the prep derby for some of the greatest 3-year-olds in thoroughbred history, like Barbaro and Funnyside. And with just 3 weeks to go before the first leg of the Triple Crown, it is a must-see for racing enthusiasts everywhere. Holy Bull tomorrow. And as always, Gulfstream features free admission, over 5,000 free parking passes, plus 2 world-class casinos. Little George is there today. No charge to see him, and who would pay anyway?
Right.
The best poker room in South Florida, brand new video poker lounge, and fabulous dining options, including Christine Lee's and 10 Palm Super Buffet. So tomorrow's the Holy Bull, and George is going to be eating up a storm. I'm sure Steve is going to go around. Make the rounds there and get you some chow.
That's right. He's going to get a program right now. He already brought
start
some
belching and puking, and pretending that Tom Jicka's on the show. A lot of belching going.
You bet.
Too bad about that guy that they got in Mexico that killed the chick. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Marine.
He's kind of like
The Marine.
The Marine, yeah. He's kind of a human-looking guy. He looks almost pretty decent, you know. You like to think, well, you look at a guy that's like a decent-looking guy, you think, oh, he couldn't hurt a fly, you know, like Tony Perkins.
No surprise.
That only nasty-looking people can be like ass murderers, you know.
Surprise.
That's right. Just because somebody looks pretty good don't mean they're a nice guy. Well, now, what is this? Oh, boy, I'm getting more ad faxes this morning. Don't you hate that like poison?
Oh, I'm getting, like, ad texts on my phone. You get those?
No.
I do.
Ad text on your phone?
Yeah, just wait. You'll get them.
I would kill somebody.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's Fatwa Friday, you bastards.
Well, the bombs exploded with a mighty crash, burned the hair right off their bonds. Dirty turd, towel heads, we got your Allah right here. You Arab desert scum. Taliban on the run. Taliban on the run. They're on the land, but Uncle Sam, they're searching everyone. For Taliban on the run, Taliban on the run. Well, the bombs kept falling till their desert world began to crumble down. In the towns we're searching for them everywhere, won't stop till they're laid and found. Taliban on the run, oi! Taliban on the run. They're on the land, but Uncle Sam, they're searching everyone for Taliban on the run. Taliban on the run. Taliban on the run. Taliban on the run.
All the smocker heads all the time. Well, what's that reflection in Dick Cheney's glasses?
It's a ghost.
They spent, I don't know how many minutes on that on CNN, certainly not news this morning. You people at CNN ought to all be in jail, okay? You ought to all be in federal prison except for Susan Candiotti, and is there anybody, and Jack Cafferty. Everybody else straight to jail. Especially Ricky Tiki Sanchez and Wolf Blitzkrieg. And when Wolf gets in there, I hope they force him to eat trafe. So speaking of your good, close, personal friend, that one.
Yeah.
So I was told by, I can't say whom last night on the phone. Oh, and your close personal friend Rimmer called me last night to invite me to take him to lunch tomorrow.
That's Rimmer with the mustache?
Yes. Mustache Pete. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what they say about
when that phone rings and it's him, I just want to kill myself. I just want to go to the balcony and...
I don't care.
Oh, we were here for 5 days. He's a grandpa now. His daughter-in-law spit out a kid, and now he's a grandpa, so I'm supposed to be excited about that. So we'll have a celebratory lunch, I guess, tomorrow that I'll buy. Cheap bastard. But at any rate, so I had another call, and during the conversation, I come to find out that your friend the Goddess, who is so highly touted, oh, she's nationwide in Air America, blah, blah. These people aren't making any money.
No.
And Air America, of course, wasn't paying any money. I mean, it was not only not much salary there, but also it was like touch and go as to whether they were going to get paid. Scare America. As you know, they're a little financially challenged over there.
Yeah.
So now the new deal is the Nova M radio network is thrilled to announce the addition of the Randi Rhodes Show to its nationally syndicated talent offerings beginning Monday, April 14, this Monday. So she ain't going to be off the air very long. Although the Nova M radio network I never heard of. And nobody else did either.
I never did.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
And it says here, Randi Rhodes is the #1 rated progressive talk radio host in the nation. Right. Nova M CEO John Manzo says, I just can't stop smiling. Randi is simply the biggest and the best. Randi Rhodes and Mike Malloy under one roof. Talk about talent.
Ooh. Woo!
Randi Rhodes adds, with Manzo at the helm of Nova M, I'm truly going to work for the best of the best. He is radio elite, and I am too, she laughs. I'm home. Whatever that means. I have no idea what that means. The Randi Rhodes Show will air live Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on the Nova M radio network. And then here's a blurb about Nova M. It's in the business of building a progressive talk radio network with the original founders of Air America Radio, who also can't pay their bills. Nova M Radio's affiliate markets include L.A., Chicago, San Francisco, Dallas, Seattle, Miami.
Ooh, what station?
I have no idea. Phoenix, Portland, plus both Sirius and XM satellite radio. Nova M Radio nationally syndicates the Randi Rhodes Show and the Mike Malloy Show and operates radio station 1480 KPHX in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's got a blurb about Randi, about the Goddess. Do you want to hear it?
Okay.
About Randi Rhodes. Randi Rhodes is a radio pioneer who put progressive talk radio on the national stage when everyone told her it could not be done. The Brooklyn native became a national talk radio hero to millions when in 2004 she left South Florida radio, where she had the #1 ranked show in her talk show in her market for national syndication. When did she have the #1 ranked show?
I don't know. What demo?
Randi started her radio odyssey quite modestly by playing classic country in a storefront studio in Seminole, Texas, but today holds the mantle of the #1 progressive talk show host in the nation. Randi is impeccably researched and infectiously funny. She starred in the HBO documentary Left of the Dial, is listed in Talker Magazine's Heavy 100, and probably watching C-SPAN right now, it said. She knows her crap. And she gets sued a lot and suspended and like that.
You go, girl.
Yeah, that's right. And got big pair and tells everybody to jam it, slam it, slam it, jam it. Wow. So there's no money there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. There was.
All these people who think, oh, gee, so-and-so is nationwide, and this one is, on Sirius. They're not making any money. The only one that's making any money is Howard. He hopped it up all for himself, and that's fine. More power to him. He needs, $100 million a year just to take care of the hair in the nose. There's some things, as long as I live, I will never understand them. Well, that's because you're a silly old fart, Neil. Yeah, you don't even like Bob Marley.
What, you talk about the Howard thing?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It ain't for lack of trying.
I do not understand it. Oh, you got to get on Sirius, Neil. You got to get on Sirius. Yeah, you're serious. Like I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, sometimes the poison that you know is the preferred poison, as opposed to the one that you don't know. Now, Cheap Channel, we know about them. We know about the sad history, the Petey Bolger and the whole deal. And we see the dreck that they put on the air. And, of course, just keep recycling the same old stuff and opening up a pot and putting swill on the air. Oh, look at that. The Dow's down 153. There must be something really bad going on today.
Or something really good. You know how they hate
908 votes. Well, it all depends on who's doing what, on who's fleecing the public today. More than yesterday. Thank you again, Mr. President, for those low gas prices and your 28% approval rating. I can't imagine why. You butcher, you lunatic. Now, see, you better not say that. You'll get suspended. That whole business about her getting suspended by Air America.
But hey, there's the your freedom of speech, people. Your First Amendment people.
What, Air America?
Well, isn't that what the left is one of the things that's supposed to be important to
not
the left?
Them.
Apparently
not.
No.
Not
Nazis
them.
of a different stripe.
In addition to which, come to find out that the movers and shakers from that organization are Swillery people.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Gee.
So, I'm just making it official.
Obviously.
So the fact that she was sliming Swillery and Geraldine Ferraro.
You go, girl.
And Geraldine, by the way, come up there. Oh, well, I think she ought to be fired. Blah, blah, blah. Geraldine Ferraro turns out to be a really simpleton bitch.
Mm-hmm.
With a mob family, whatever her story is. Remember that when she was running for VP? And, I got certain skeletons in the closet. Yeah. That's what Mario Cuomo was always saying. Everybody said, hey, Mario, you're great. You're a wonderful speaker. You're a great leader. You ought to run for president. Oh, well, we've got the skeletons in a family closet.
Uh-huh. And bodies in the basement.
What do they mean when they say that? Skeletons in the family closet. What are they talking about? I don't get it. Well, here's something for you. For all you hetero guys out there.
Oh, thanks, finally.
New movie offers just keep coming in for Lindsay Lohan. Last month, the 21-year-old accepted a part in the upcoming Manson Girls, where she'd play one of Charles Manson's devoted followers. Now, The Sun reports Lilo, how do you say that? Lilo? You got J-Lo and Lilo.
Sure. Lilo, whatever. You call it.
Agreed to shed her threads for a role in a low-budget film. Set to play a nymphomaniac waitress in Florence, Lindsay purportedly countered the producer's request for a topless sex scene with a full frontal offer. She is fully aware of the potential of her body, a Tinseltown pal insisted. Lindsay wants to build up an image as a mature, responsible actress. Naked, preferably, I guess.
All right.
She got big boobies? I don't even know what she looks like.
They're big enough.
They're big enough?
Sure.
I see.
I have.
Big enough to get your hands on?
Mm-hmm. And then some.
The minor money that comes with the indie flick isn't a turnoff for the I Know Who Killed Me star. Lindsay doesn't care if she's getting paid peanuts, an insider told the paper. She wants to remind people she can act and that she's worth hiring. Right. If she does strip down for the film, that'll make Lindsay's second Skintastic appearance this year. In February, she paid homage to Marilyn Monroe in a fleshy photo shoot for New York Magazine.
That's right.
Wow.
And unlike some of these other pseudo, where they say that somebody's posing nude, but they really don't, she did. She actually did. Showed it.
Did she have one?
She has two. One right next to the other.
No, I don't mean those.
Well, she didn't show that.
Oh. I know Swillery's got one, I'm sure of that, although...
Oh, I think she is one.
People at Air America will probably be very upset if I said that on the air.
Probably you're going to get suspended.
No, I don't think so. That's the one thing I'll say here is they don't diddle with what you say too much, unless it's about farts. They don't care who you rip or tear or smear or whatever.
As long as it isn't fabric.
Who?
As long as it isn't fabric. Tearing fabric, get it? You never
following him, Chris?
You never heard?
You've never heard that?
Thank you, Chris. God.
Yeah.
What?
You just tear a hole in your jeans, just tearing fabric. What was that? When somebody farts?
Never heard it.
All right, well.
Tearing fabric?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's some of these things that I'm way out of the loop on. You know what? And like I've always said, I'm really pleased to be able to say that.
You know, come on down here. Get out of your ivory tower.
I'm thrilled to be
Get
out
down
of the
on
loop.
street level.
Oh, there's that Marine again. I still say he looks pretty good. Give him to me for a couple of weeks. I'll straighten his ass out.
I doubt it.
917, although he tends to be a little... Although he looks like a crazy person, he's got that kind of look, that fiery look in the eyes, you know, like... kind of like that. So anybody there yet playing the slots or what? It sounds...
No, you'd hear it.
I would hear it?
But I imagine that if you're a slot player, you probably go to the main casino upstairs.
Upstairs. Wheel of Fortune.
Certainly that's where you would go, right?
Oh, and plunge my brains in.
The biggest names. The best
How about the chickens? They got the chickens?
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Friday, you bastard.
The Middle Eastern world will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First time aggressor nation and the only one that's going. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. 3,000 people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide, table talkers all are saying. Blind obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Without unprovoked battle and world annihilation. Old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. You failed. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
10:34, 26 to 11 at 560 WQM. George is at Gulfstream today, all during the show. Go out there and bring him a big bag of money. Small bills, please, and a bunch of drugs.
Yes.
And food.
All of these things.
Well, you know, you can find a poll that'll tell you just about anything that you want, so there's all kinds of polls, but this one is interesting.
Okay.
Public policy polling. Whoever they are.
All right.
Barack Obama's taken the lead over Swillery, 45 to 43 in Pennsylvania, according to the newest survey from Public Policy Polling.
Oh!
A remarkable turnaround from PPP's last Pennsylvania poll, conducted 2.5 weeks ago, that showed Swillery with a 26-point lead in the state at that time. That poll was released at the height of the Jeremiah Wright controversy the day before Obama's major speech on race in Philadelphia. Obama's been trending upward in national polling and many state-level polls since then, and this survey reflects that pattern. And then, of course, there was Swillery with her Bosnia problem. You know, that sniper fight? Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
Better duck, sweetheart. In the last 2 weeks, there's been increasing attention given to the fact that a continuing divisive Democratic nomination fight could hurt the party's chances of defeating John McCain this fall, said Dean Debnam, president of Public Policy Polling. The major movement in Obama's direction in Pennsylvania could be an indication that Democrats in the state think it's time to wrap it up. Obama's narrowing the gap with white voters, trailing just 49 to 38, while maintaining his customary significant lead with black voters. He leads their 75 to 17 point. Obama also leads among all age groups except senior citizens, with whom Clinton's got a big 50 to 34 lead. The poll shows the standard gender gap with Obama leading by 15 points among men, while trailing by 10 points with women. They surveyed 1,224 likely Democratic primary voters on March 31, April 1st. No April fooling. Public Policy Polling, by the way, had the most accurate numbers of any company in the country for the Democratic primaries in South Carolina and Wisconsin, as well as the closest numbers for any organization that polled the contest in Texas and Ohio. So evidently this isn't just some fly-by-night bunch of lunatics.
Okay.
Although it could be, but you never know. So how do you like that? That sounds pretty interesting when it's only April 11th and we got another 11 days before the Pennsylvania primary. But, by the same token, Obama loses 10-point advantage over McCain, who's now tied with both Democrats. The fact that, see what I tell you about the American people. Bush has got a 28% approval rating, and this lunatic who wants to continue his policies, who loves the war, who never met a war he didn't like, they like him. Based on what?
He's a war hero, like Michael.
Oh, like Eisenhower.
Right.
Republican Senator John McCain has erased Senator Barack Obama's 10-point advantage in a head-to-head matchup, leaving him essentially tied with both Democrats, according to an AP Ipsos national poll released yesterday. Late in February, Obama led McCain 51 to 41. The current survey, taken April 7 to 9, had them each at 45%. In February, Clinton led McCain 48-43. The latest survey showed her with a 48-45 lead, but because of the margin of error in the poll, Clinton and McCain are statistically tied. So it's, who the hell knows? Once they find out that McCain is a crazy person, once they find out...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Not, they'll say, oh, we like him. We like the last crazy, the one that's in there now. We don't like him too much in the polls, but there's something about him we can't put our finger on. Maybe it's the naked chick in the sunglasses on Dick Cheney. Seriously, they spent like a whole segment on that. They kept showing close up of it. And what do you think that is?
She's bald.
She's being what?
That's one of the things they said. She looks
bald lady?
She looks bald. She looks
naked
maybe
that's
and
why he
bald.
had that look on his puss,
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe he just shot her and shot her hair off or something like that. Who knows? This is the kind of Schweinerei that goes on television. I think television ought to be illegal between now and after the election.
No, just special programming only.
Like what? Yeah,
naked people, yeah.
Like that movie ought to be on 24/7, The Covenant.
Or something for us straight people.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with The Covenant. Don't be knocking at me if you haven't seen it.
We could mix it up.
Yeah, mix this up.
That?
926 votes on Chris's poll. You're going to get 1,000 pretty soon here. I'm thinking by maybe 11:30, thereabouts.
All right.
And then we can change the poll if I had a new one on there, but I don't. So I better go during the break. I better go to a Charlie B's. Oh, no, we had a good one, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. It's like a miracle. You people keep sending these polls in, please, pretty please, and we appreciate them profusely. Here's the one. Which of these do you find most difficult to do? Lie, cheat, steal, love, trust, listen, sympathize, hate, or forgive?
Okay.
You don't like that?
I like it a lot.
I'm popping it over to Eric right now, and once we get to 1,000, now the other one will have this up there for the whole weekend. Aren't you thrilled about that? I know these polls really do it for you. And by the way, Footsie is still working on that best burger in town. He's in the finals now, baby. Tobacco Road and Char Hut. And Tobacco Road is kicking big, fat, nasty ass. Now, have you guys, either one of you, heard of Tobacco Road in Miami?
I've been there.
And?
A couple times. What about it?
Is it good?
It's in Miami.
No, that's not what I asked. Is it in Miami? I know it's in Miami.
I haven't been there for years. Yes, it's good. And
according to that Footsie poll, they got the best boogers in town.
Yeah, well, they could be on fire. I mean, they could be golden. I'm not going to drive all the way down there.
They could be. Well, what about you, Chris? You live in Dade County.
Yeah, no.
And?
No.
Never been there?
Nope.
Never heard of it?
Nope.
You don't wanna?
Like, I know Tobacco Road, the area. I've never heard of a place.
Well, what do you mean? There's an area called Tobacco Road in Dade County? I never heard of that.
Mm-hmm. And
where's that?
Wherever, I don't know.
Is it by Otis?
No, because that's...
Where is Tobacco Road?
I don't know.
It's in downtown Miami. The place.
Downtown Miami?
Oh, my God. Thereabouts. And I've been there a couple times, and they have good food. They had a big lobster special that I went down there for. They have
Camilla's house?
They have live music. I don't know.
The Camilla's house?
Thereabouts. I mean, it's all...
Oh, hi there, Neil Rogers. It's Gil Seagal from the Brothers of Shepherd. I want to talk about the Camilla's house.
Those are the days, baby. WKAT. Gil Seagal and the Camilla's house. I wonder if Gil's related to Chris Matthews.
The biggest names. The best talent. This is Neil Rogers. Sports Radio 560 QAM. The sports leader.
Wait, the Oni!
Linda trips a fat pig. Linda trips a fat pig. Linda trips a fat pig.
She looks like a guy. She's 7 feet wide. She makes me want to gush right.
Linda trips a fat pig.
A chick with a dick. With 2 smelly chins. A bloated and ugly fat pig. She wants the media to stop abusing and ripping her an ass with songs like this. But we find that amusing from that self-promoting ugly bitch. How much were you paid?
How much were you paid?
For Monica's Day.
For Monica's Day.
By Richard C. Mellinsky.
That's what Linda trips a fancy.
I wish you all would leave me alone. I'm just like every one of you out there. I'm a human being, damn it. Leave me alone, don't bother me.
Just who do you think you're fooling? You that obnoxious, ugly, smelly pig. You're really Matt Drudge in a dress. You fell.
Okay, 10:46, 14 before 11 at 560 WQM. Now, it must be starting to get a little bit...
They must
be starting to rustle around now.
And by the way, there are people playing the slots now.
And?
I don't know how they're doing. They're on the other side of the
any bells ringing? Any people screaming?
Yeah, no bells ringing. I don't hear no screaming yet. But yeah, there are people taking their positions, at their tables with their programs. I got my program here. Thank you, Steve.
And?
Nothing. I feel like, like one of the crowd. I got my coffee, and I got my program and my pen, and I'm looking over it as if I know what it means, and I don't.
Yeah, you're one of the crowd. You haven't got a clue what it's all about.
That's right. My hair is turning white, so hey.
Now, do you have any scratches in the first two races? Do you know? Is it up on the tote board?
It's not. There's nothing up there yet, no. They've got
go to the... this is an automatic for the audience. I mean, they're all gone, but nevertheless, once they're gone...
Oh, no.
Oh, there's Santa Anita replay, the fourth race from yesterday.
In white.
They'll get you in the mood for... Oh, and it's a 10-horse field. It'll take forever to get them in the gate. Now, have you noticed that? I mean, obviously you're a novice, and you've been out there 2, 3, 4 times, whatever it's been now.
But
you notice, though, that when the race is ready to go, and they start loading the horses into the gate, that some of them are a little bit, shall we say, recalcitrant,
Yes, I have.
And how annoying it is you keep thinking, get them in there already, okay? Right. Open the gate, start the race, and let's go already. That's the one thing about thoroughbred racing that just... like Oprah would say, it just stopped me cold from eating another burger. Who the hell is she kidding? What a self-important bitch with her $1 billion. She can take her $1 billion and sit on it and hatch it.
Going up.
Oh, here's one. He don't want any part of that gate. He's going west. Starting gate is east. He's going west.
Cold dancer right up to the gate.
Oh yeah, there he goes. Ready?
Goes in. They're all set.
I'm ready.
Santa Anita race 4 yesterday with the great Trevor Dedman.
And away they go. Hammett Star was off awkward.
Okay, that's enough of that. So there's you'll know. Now, Steve finding out these things about any scratches in the first two. I mean, he ought to be running around like all over the place.
Yeah, he is running around all over the place, bringing us food, bringing us coffee, fetch me a program.
I'm not bringing you coffee, okay? Forget about the damn coffee. That's all you care about is some kind of stimulant.
They'll have it up on the board. They got the Gulfstream TV right in front of me, but there's nothing on there yet but their logo.
Look at this one is about 18 lengths ahead.
Taking over that bit. She's keen to go on. Intouchable opens up to lead it by 5 lengths.
With Julio Espinosa.
Hammett Star is now tracking in the second position. Just
I asked you this before and you never gave me an answer.
No.
And it would probably be some slur knowing you.
Yeah.
But why is it that so many of the jockeys are Latino? Or Latin, excuse me.
I don't know. It must be
secret.
One of those things. Latins are small. Some of them.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Oh, this one is puking like a dog.
Side perfect quality running on.
You've been to Rome a lot. Aren't the Romans shorter than the average American?
Intouchable taken on by Hammett Star. Hammett Star, Intouchable, the two to battle it out. Hammett Star drifting out a little. Intouchable just in front. Hammett Star weaving down the lane, but these two going to hit it together. Hammett Star and nose, I believe, to Intouchable again.
How do you like that? Close finish. Very exciting race. Too bad you didn't see it. You could have been watching it right there. Oh, that's right. The replay. No, you couldn't have seen it. These are replays on the My Racing Network here. Okay, let's not get too race intensive because the audience starts getting real.
What do they got? What do they got?
What does he got?
The audience.
Squat.
Exactly.
The audience has got squat.
This is something to do in South Florida, which is rare. And all you gotta do is
even you're getting into it.
Yeah, well, it's something to do. See, I'm always,
and
you
the
give
whole
me crap. I don't watch.
Racino is so popular everywhere else. This is the thing that really kills me when I read these horror stories about. Well, so far in South Florida, it's been a disaster. Like that. The slots. And of course, Jeb Bush set it up that way in the legislature to make sure they did everything in their power to try to get it to fail. But I have a feeling that I don't know, it was pretty busy at the Hard Rock, but that's got nothing to do with that election. They already had it.
The time I went upstairs when I did play Wheel of Fortune, I won $750 or whatever.
Yes.
The place was packed.
At Gulfstream.
Yeah.
Good. Because I hope they have the real Wheel of Fortune. Now, you ought to send...
I'll get a picture. I brought my camera. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
During the show?
Sure.
How are you going to do that?
Magic.
Oh, seriously, how are you going to do that during the show? You have your computer there?
I'll take a picture with my phone and send it from my phone.
Oh, I see, with your phone.
That's right.
Well, excuse me.
Metro PCS phone. Send you a picture message.
Well, good. I want to see and they're going to take a picture of the Wheel of Fortune. How are you going to do that? You said it's up on the 3rd floor.
I'll take a walk. I'll send someone up with my phone, like Lee.
Okay. I want to see pictures of the dollar Wheel of Fortune machine, man. If they're the real machines, I'll be there this weekend. I'll be there.
Steve says they are. They're the wheel deal.
They are?
Yes.
Well, how the hell does he know?
He says he knows. He says he's a degenerate gambler. He knows all about the horses and the slots and all of it.
I'll be damned. George knows about the slots.
Yeah, just not the machines.
Right. A Saudi blogger has made a short video featuring alleged Christian extremists preaching violence and a Bible passage calling for war in response to an anti-Quran film that sparked protests across the Muslim world. Yeah, all the religionists, baby. I'm going to tell you something. All religious extremists need to be put away.
Yeah.
Put them in Alcatraz and save the world for the rest of us.
Let them kill each other.
That's right.
Put them on the inside of a wall. Let them kill each other.
Raed al-Said told the AP Thursday that the purpose of his 6-minute video is to show Islam should not be judged by watching Dutch filmmaker Geert Wilder's movie Fitna, which links terror attacks by Muslim extremists with text from the Quran. It's easy to take parts of any holy book that are out of context and make it sound like the most inhumane book ever written, al-Said said in a statement posted at the end of his video. This is what Geert Wilders did to gather more supporters to his hateful ideology to create schism. Al-Said, 33, said he lifted footage showing alleged Christian extremists and British soldiers beating up Iraqis from YouTube and used the same methods Wilders did. The video appeared to include footage from Jesus Camp, an American documentary about a summer camp for evangelical Christians that was nominated for a 2007 Academy Award. However, al-Said said his movie entitled Schism was not directed against Christians. Wilder's film has angered Muslims around the world, sparking angry street protests in several countries and triggering calls for a boycott of Dutch goods. Well, excuse me.
What do the Dutch have?
Wooden shoes.
I see.
Cheese. Hookers. Drugs. Magic mushrooms.
Really?
Within 12 hours, and horrible, horrible pea soup.
So you've said.
Within 12, in fact, you know where I think they get it? Remember we were talking with Zach the other day about his trip to Amsterdam and how he's shocked that they pee outside, you know, remember that, Chris?
Yep.
That's where they get the pea soup, I believe.
Yeah.
Ew.
Within 12 hours of posting, al-Said said his video was removed from YouTube in Saudi Arabia with a message from the site saying the content was inappropriate. Inappropriate, baby! I sent it again with a message saying, before you delete Schism, look at Fitna. Delete them, both of you. Deem them inappropriate, he said. Late Thursday, al-Said's video could still be accessed on YouTube and other websites, he said, adding it had been viewed by more than 5,000 users. Wow. Whoopee-doo. Woo! Raed's blog in Arabic, there's a link to it in this story. The YouTube video can currently be watched here. You can go to Raw's story and get a link to it. And, of course, we've got this story on our website. If you people out there that wonder, where was this from? Or read it on our website, on neilrogers.com. Start reading those stories. Or Josh Cordes is going to get real impertinent and stuff. He's going to stop posting them. Well, some days he doesn't, as it is now.
Well, he's a busy guy.
Evidently, getting drunk and getting laid. I mean, what the hell more is there?
There isn't. You should try it sometime.
I had a fine day yesterday, okay?
Oh, good.
So mind your own business.
Got laid?
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, not the way you're saying. I mean, laid.
Whatever. Off.
I had some activity yesterday. How do you like that?
All right.
Yes. Not that it's any of your business or that I feel I have to compelled to report these things on the air, but since you're so...
you have to. Your life belongs to the audience.
No, I do not. 944 votes. What is the gayest fashion accessory a man can sport? Nipple ring, 228. Man shoulder bag, 189. Speedo is 173. Navel ring, 121. A Prince Albert piercing in your thing, 73. Tongue piercing, 60. Earrings, 42. That is such nonsense.
Yeah. Got a lot of old people voting on that poll.
Yeah, evidently.
They're using the old standard.
Old farts. You think I'm out of touch? Touch this.
No, not as
Sandals,
much as
22. Goatee, 13. Mustache, as in Rimmer, 12. necklace 9, and pinky ring solamente 2.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
No.
This is the moment we learn something new. Before American Idol, you danced in the nude. You worked at a place that is called Dick's, and you didn't dance for any chicks. Now Seacrest likes you even more.
You fairy.
Performing on Idol was your biggest dream. Danny Noriega's not the only queen. You say that you did it just for cash, showed your junk and shook your ass. Will you get kicked right out the door? 'Cause you danced for some gays, you stripped yourself down, you sat on some laps and you wiggled around. You hoped we wouldn't know, but pictures don't lie. You grabbed at the pole and you went for a ride. You danced for some gays, it's all in the news. You say you love music, but you also love dudes. You danced for some gays. You danced for some gays.
You fairy.
11:02 at 560 WQM. We got George out at Gulfstream today, plunging his guts out soon.
Right. And by the way, we do have some cheesy prizes, as you know, or maybe you don't. T-shirts, some hats, some pens, things like that.
Crap.
Right. For the humans that show up.
Now, did anybody show up yet in the first hour? No.
No, none of our people.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Not a one.
No, there are people here, but none of our.
Not our people.
Yeah.
And not even.
Hi, brother.
No, not even. Gee.
What?
I said not even.
Wow.
Not that
Poor
we want
George is
to.
really lonely out there. At
No, not
Gulfstream.
that lonely.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
Oh. If you're that lonely, boy, it's time to end it all.
No kidding.
9:56 on your pull. Boy, it's really slow there, Chris. I thought you'd already be to 1,000 easy.
No, they're just kind of taking it easy.
What?
They're just taking it easy.
The new one's up there loaded and ready to go. Maybe they don't like the new one. Maybe they want to keep this one on there for a while. Bush administration officials from Vice President Dick Cheney on down signed off on using harsh interrogation techniques against suspected terrorists after asking the Justice Department to endorse their legality, the AP has learned. The officials also took care to insulate President Bush from a series of meetings where CIA interrogation methods, including waterboarding, which simulates drowning, were discussed and ultimately approved. Condoleezza, by the way, was in on these meetings as well, along with John Ashcroft, George Tenet, Colin Powell, Roland Colin, and Condoleezza. A former senior U.S. intelligence official familiar with the meetings described them yesterday to the AP to confirm details first reported by ABC News on Wednesday. The intelligence official spoke on condition of anonymity because he wasn't authorized to discuss the issue publicly, and he values his life a little bit. Between 2002 and 2003, the Justice Department issued several memos from its Office of Legal Counsel that justified using the interrogation tactics, including ones that critics call torture. If you looked at the timing of the meetings and the memos, you'd see a correlation, the former intelligence official said. Those who attended the dozen of meetings agreed that there need to be a legal opinion on the legality of these tactics before using them on al-Qaeda detainees, the former official be saying. The meetings were held in the White House Situation Room in the years. Everybody's got a Situation Room, man. In the years immediately following the 9/11 attacks, attending the sessions were Cheney, then Bush Attorney General John Ashcroft, Secretary of State Colin Powell, sellout, CI Director George Tenet, National Security Advisor Condoleezza. Condoleezza. Oh, and now Swillery was on there bowling. That's another thing. They spent not just the reflection in Cheney sunglasses, they spent about 5 minutes on CNN this morning showing pictures of Swillery bowling and Obama bowling and Swillery with that bull like Ellen and who's the biggest dyke of them all and like that. Bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary won, of course, because she got the biggest ball.
I see.
The White House Justice and State Department and the CIA refused comment Thursday to the spokesman for George Tenet. A message for Ashcroft was not immediately returned. He's too busy taking those putting sheets over those naked statues all over the Capitol. Remember that?
Boobies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's putting sheets over boobies. Senator Ted Kennedy lambasted what he described as yet another astonishing disclosure about the Bush administration and its use of torture. Who would have thought that in the U.S. in the 21st century, top officials of the executive branch would routinely gather in the White House to approve torture, Kennedy said in a statement. You go get him, Ted. And then threatened to drive them all home. Long after President Bush has left office, our country will continue to pay the price for his administration's renegade repudiation of the rule of law and fundamental human rights, said Ted. Disgraceful. And who cares about that when you got important stuff going on like Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah.
That is so...
Gay.
I mean, come on. Isn't it, or am I wrong about that?
Well, yeah. I don't know, gay in a homosexual way, but gay in a lame way, to be sure.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean.
All
really
right, well,
lame.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, and there's Jason Taylor again. He can't make up his mind what she wants to be, you know? With the calendar, you know, with his modeling and his calendar and his dancing and his football and all that other crap. Oh, how can you say that about the great Jason Taylor? That's terrible. That's sacrilegious. Too bad. Leaves me limp. Makes me want to vomit. Although I'm sure Chris is a big fan.
Of a football player, yeah. Everything else, I don't care.
Of his dancing.
I haven't watched it.
9:59 in the poll. Boy, this hour better get to that 1,000 or I'm just going to lose my confidence in you altogether. Now, what's the story? Have we got any information up there or not?
No, but during this
It's only
break,
2 hours.
I'm going to send someone up with my camera. No, we don't have any information.
You keep threatening to do these things and nothing ever happens.
Well, the place doesn't open till 11 anyway.
You're like the Victor
It didn't open until 11. We discussed that earlier.
You said 10 or 11.
And then I said 11. They said
you mean
11.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's 11:07 now, last time I checked.
Right, so during this break, somebody will run up and get some pictures.
Take a picture of the dollar Wheel of Fortune machine.
Right.
I want a good machine, man. And I also want to see what the jackpot is up there. We're list up on top, you know?
Okay.
Which the progressive jackpot. Which here they're at Woodbine, they're 166. No, now they're 190 grand. Because they're all connected. So they all keep going up and going up. And about once every 6 months, somebody wins one. On that. And Chris is saying, why do you get up? Oh, tomorrow morning I'll be getting up real early to go to Woodbine, by the way, Chris.
Congratulations.
Be getting up probably around 5:30. I'll be there by 6 or 6:30 in the morning. There will be almost nobody there. I can find me whatever machine I want to play, peace and quiet. And if it's not paying, I'll try another one. It's not. I don't understand why it's so difficult to understand that. If you have even the most...
Now that we've talked about it, I understand your reasoning. Mm-hmm. When the first time you said, oh, yeah, I got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go gambling, it was funny. Once you've explained your reasoning behind it... No, you first you said no. First you just said I got up at like 5:30 in the morning.
To go fishing.
Uh-huh.
See, personally, I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. I would rather get up at 5 in the morning. I don't want to get up at 5 in the morning, period. I don't want to. But I do because I enjoy it. I have a good time. I'm usually pretty lucky when I go out there real early. Not always, sometime. Now, back in the day when I was a novice at this crap, and I'd get up like at 2:30 in the morning and have my cabbie pick me up at 3 in the morning and take me out there on a weekend, and it would still be jam-packed, and you still couldn't get the machine you wanted.
Huh.
Well, because on the weekend, people can, they can stay there till 4 or 5 in the morning until they collapse or go broke, and they tap out all their credit cards, and then finally they pass out and I'll bail out of there. On a weekend, they don't have to get up and go to school, go to work, go to hell, whatever, the next day. Follow?
Go to lunch.
Go to lunch, George.
I will. Without moving.
Now, what's Steve going to bring you today?
I don't know. I'm thinking of having, some corned beef. Corned beef sandwich.
Air traveler angst was sure to continue today as American Airlines grounded hundreds more flights. All right, American. You guys are doing it. The financial toll and loss of goodwill likely would grow as well as the inspection-related mess spread further to other carriers and hurt an industry already bleeding cash thanks to high fuel costs. The people at American wanted me to say, hey, thanks, Mr. President, for those very, very modest gas prices. Let's take a look at how everything is doing here on this BNN, on this, I don't know what that stands for.
Body mass index?
That's Canadian Business News Network.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it says it right there, so if I weren't so stupid, but I figured it out myself. Gold, $924.80 an ounce. Boy, we should have put all our money into gold, shouldn't we?
Uh-huh.
George, by the way, has got this real hotshot attorney that's going to get him a big deal when we re-sign our deal.
Yeah, his name's Norm Kent.
His name is Jan Murray. Oh, oil, $109.63 a barrel. It keeps changing. It changes like more than once in a second. Isn't that shocking?
Mm-hmm.
Canadian loonie is only $97.90. That's good news for me. It's down from like $1.10 at one point. But the euro is $1.58 and change. Wow, almost $1.60. Not good. Nicht gut. So I guess you're going to have to cut down on those European trips, George.
All right. Damn it. Just when things are starting to get good over there.
Lawmakers are asking questions, and some fed-up air travelers are heading for trains. Others gave the airlines a pass, saying the companies were doing the best they could. If somebody's got a choice between being in a plane crash and being late, is there a choice? Jane Bernard, a writer from New York, who was delayed by at least 3 hours en route from LaGuardia to Miami, said Thursday. Of course, when you're en route to Miami, what's the big hurry? Mingo Valencia, a 60-year-old, struck at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, stuck there while heading home to Midland, Texas, wasn't so gracious. Poor management, he said. Congress also weighed in yesterday. The FAA official who ordered safety audits last month, Nicholas Sabatini, faced tough questions from a Senate subcommittee about the agency's lax oversight of airlines and his own accountability for recent breakdowns. The FAA noted that airlines had 18 months to check electrical wiring on MD-80 jets since an initial order was issued in September 2006. Let's see, I've also got an article in here about there's another airline that's going bust. Frontier Airlines, you ever hear of them?
Yeah, sure. Northwest, flown them.
I beg your pardon?
I have flown on them. That's what, when you go...
Well, guess what? Right. Frontier Airlines files for bankruptcy but plans to keep running.
All right.
They filed for Chapter 11, but unlike other airlines filing for bankruptcy in recent weeks, Frontier plans to keep running while it reorganizes. The low-fare carrier said its filing Friday came after an unexpected attempt by its principal credit card processor to start withholding significant proceeds from the sale of Frontier tickets, which threatened to hurt Frontier's liquidity. The Chapter filing in U.S. bankruptcy court in New York prevents the credit card processor from increasing its holdback, Frontier CEO Sean Menke said. By filing for Chapter 11, now we have time and legal protection necessary to obtain additional financing and enhance our liquidity. Frontier, whose major hub is Denver, has been affected as other airlines by rising fuel costs and the credit crisis in financial markets. It operates flights out of Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Fort Myers, Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville in Florida. ATA, Skybus, and Aloha Air Group have all filed for bankruptcy recently, but Menke said Frontier's reasons for doing so were different. They're going to keep flying. Of course, they might have to, bail you out in mid-flight because they don't have enough fuel to get you to where you're going, but at least you'll take off, maybe. It's a good sign.
Take off, eh?
Yeah, like I did on Tuesday, just took off. As I look back on it, I thought it was fun. And I stopped on the way back and won the $800 at Woodbine, and that inspired me to go the next day and win that $2,600.
See there?
Yeah, see there, Chris, Mr. Hotshot? 966 on the pool. I'm thinking that you got a half hour to get to 1,000. Otherwise, guillotine. Okay, off of these heads.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Even loves Neil Rogers.
Girls Gone Wild is the video that shows real girls flashing their goods during spring break week in Florida. But what about the hotties who spend the whole year in Florida? Now they've got their own video. It's Golden Girls Gone Wild.
Who's in it?
Why, it's all your favorite Golden Girls. Dorothy, Rose, Blanche, and the always seductive Sophia.
I shudder to think what was under that dress.
Well, you won't have to think, because Golden Girls Gone Wild is 2 full hours of these ravenous retirees showing loads of wrinkly skin.
I am the most attractive and available woman in all of Miami.
Golden Girls Gone Wild. These hotties with hot flashes are going topless every chance they get, except when their arthritis flares up.
Now, I'll never be able to open my blouse again.
It doesn't get any sexier than this, but don't take our word for it. Listen to what the Golden Girls are saying about each other.
She looks like Ava Goda.
It's Golden Girls Gone Wild. Watch it just one time and you'll agree.
Dark day in the history of mankind.
Golden Girls Gone Wild. Call now.
It's 11:17. Boy, that was a bad spin-off. Maude. That's, wow. That would be a good poll question. What's the worst spin-off in TV history?
Good idea. We haven't done that.
Maude.
Mm-hmm. Rhoda.
Ooh, Dendron.
Pretty flower.
Swillery used her. Now, you got the scratches yet for the first 2 races? Probably aren't.
No.
You got nothing?
There's nothing right. Although the boys are upstairs taking pictures with my phone as we speak.
The boys?
Yeah.
What boys are those?
Steve and Lee, the two
Jews. Here's the first race at Woodbine last night.
Christophe Roux, and he'll find the front as the field moves into the final turn. So it's the 3-5 favorite Society Cat in charge here. Back into second now, trots along Clerk Magis.
I mean, we don't want to get too racing intensive. Like I said, the audience gets really nervous and jerky, and they start, oh, gee, I think Woodsy has got that poll on now about the burger. We better turn that on, you know.
Gil Mike 3 wide around that one goes in the proverbials, 3/4, 128.
Well, let's see if this 3 to 5 shot holds on, because you know what I think about chalk. Oh, yeah, Jogberg.
Just sitting chilly. A late break for finish line
Jody's up in the air. Too bad.
Trotting up from the pocket spot is Clerk Magistrate with 3 legs to make up on the leader, and it's still Society Cat with a
3 to 5
lead
shot, $3.60 for $2. That's not so bad if you had like 20,000 bet. You know what's really, really fun?
What? Sex?
When you go to like some podunk track like Jackson Harness Raceway in Jackson, Michigan, where we used to go a lot in my Michigan days, and you bet enough to change the odds on the horse. In other words, there's so little amount, like early.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that must
and you
make
bet $20
powerful.
to win, and the horse is like 1 to 5, heavy favorite because of your $20.
That's great.
It's just kind of fun. I mean, it's
it makes you feel powerful,
yeah. Look at the power. Bet $100 to win, and it's like 1 to 9. Hillary Clinton used her trademark laugh on Thursday to deflect a question about the $800,000 her husband earned in 2005 giving speeches for a Bogota-based group that supports the Colombia Free Trade Agreement, the same trade deal that she currently opposes. Asked by CNN if those earnings represented a conflict of interest, given that she's dipped into her family's pocketbook to pay campaign bills, Clinton threw up her hands and laughed loudly for several seconds. How many angels danced on the head of a pin? She responded, continuing to giggle. I have really nothing. I mean, how do you answer that? She has nothing. That's right. You have nothing, honey. The New York senator explained that, well, she's bowling, though, and she, in fact, she was throwing lots of gutter balls. I mean, I know Obama threw one, but she threw a whole bunch of gutter balls. That's where she belongs, in a gutter. The New York senator explained that there are different sides to the argument over trade and reemphasized her own opposition to the trade deal, assailing the Colombian government's outrageous record of targeting labor leaders. I'm against the Colombia Free Trade Deal, she said. It doesn't matter who talks to me. It doesn't matter any circumstances, whatever that means. I've been against it. I am against it. I will be against it. Absent the kind of changes in behavior that I've been calling for from the Colombian government. You know, those Colombians. Earlier in the press conference, describing her husband's advocacy for the trade deal, Clinton said, everyone's free to express their opinion. Yeah. Oh, he's free to express his opinion, but he ain't getting none from her anymore. As if. They got the pictures yet of the...
yeah, they came back. Apparently there's a no-picture policy, but they had to be sneaky about it. We probably shouldn't say that on the air.
Well, what difference does it make? And why is there a no-picture policy?
Well, why don't you ask somebody who said there's no pictures? Oh, wait, there goes... Oh, no, I just made that up.
Was he just joking about it or what?
No. I'm going to send you what they took. They snuck some. Probably shouldn't say that on the air.
Why not? Why not? If it's like the real thing, you know, like Coke, it's the real thing, although we don't like Coke that much.
I don't like it at all.
You'll be pleased to know that I'm drinking my caffeine-free Diet Pepsi again today. We've got gallons of it, jugs, big jugs. So you're going to Yahoo me that?
Yes.
Great. Well, that's going to get me all whipped up, and then probably later on today I'll have to rush out to Woodbine and plunge my guts out. I'm not addicted to slots. I'm addicted to the Wheel of Fortune. Dollars. And a little bit $5, like on Wednesday. Is that, can you relate to that? I mean, is it possible that...
To each his own, but yeah, you enjoy that game.
Yes.
And so you play that game.
I like the spins, all of the spins.
Some people like to play, Guitar Hero or Dance Dance Revolution, that's right.
There you go. And of course I love the hee-haw, the chickens, the screaming chickens.
Hee-haw.
If you find any screaming chickens out there, you better play that game.
They're everywhere. Oh, not the machines, though.
976 votes on the poll, and I think pretty soon we're going to get to 1,000, although we're going there very slowly, Chris.
978.
Very slowly, like the tortoise.
978.
978, like I just said. What's the gayest fashion accessory a man can sport? Nipple ring, 233. Man's shoulder bag, 194. Speedos, 181. Navel ring, 126. A Prince Albert piercing, 76. Tongue piercing, 63. Earrings, 45. Earrings, my ass. Sandals, 23. Mustache, 13. Goatee, 13. Necklace, 9. Pinky ring, 2. In fact, I'll tell you one thing. If every guy that's wearing earrings was gay, I'd be real busy.
Yeah.
I'd be chasing a lot more people, I'm telling you right now.
He'd be in better shape.
Because I see some real hot stud hetero guys, at least I'm assuming that they are, wearing earrings.
All the gangster rappers wear earrings.
They're not the...
you know how straight they are. I know you're not.
They're not even close. I'll let you deal with them. It's your crowd.
That's right. Yo.
That's where George gets the good stuff. One of these days, man, you're going to be looking for the good stuff, and Sigourney Weaver's going to be there with a sad look on her puss. Boy, that's such a good movie, Imaginary Hero. And I actually remember the name of it this time. Maybe that's because I finally got my blood sugar under 8,000, you know. It's not great, but I'm getting there. Although yesterday I did have something bad.
Uh-oh.
And the bad news is that this deli over here by me that I go to a lot, which used to be a real deli, I mean, kind of like a deli. You know, it was like one of those places that was a deli with like a million things on the menu. So it was like American, Canadian, little deli. They don't have the kishki anymore. They haven't had that in ages. And yesterday, what did I want?
Kishki?
No.
Hot dog?
No.
Weenie?
No.
Oh, you wanted blintzes.
Right. Not on the menu anymore.
Oh, good. Good. See, they saved your life.
No, they didn't. I had a bowl of roasted mushroom soup.
Blintzes.
Are you listening to me or not?
Roasted mushroom soup?
Oh, God, was that good. Where it's got like the chunks of mushrooms in it, and then also they like mince up like little bits of mushroom in it.
Yeah, I know you like to mince up.
And I had chicken parmesan, which I didn't eat the pasta that comes with it, so I was good on that kind. I was doing okay until that point. And then I had a score sundae.
Uh-huh.
What?
You're going to die up there.
For dessert. But then the rest of the day, I didn't eat much of anything. I got my sugar back to a almost reasonable level.
That's right. You had some sex, so you got some
I woke up. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
You burned some calories off. That's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Less eating, more of that.
982. That's all this man knows. Screwing, doing.
What else is there?
You need 18 more votes. I don't know. It's a good point. Maybe I'm going to go. Maybe I'll leave right now and go and see if I can find some company.
Slacker.
Why not?
Wait till 2.
You're the one that's telling me. You're instructing me.
That's right.
You're giving me life instruction.
Wait till 2. Work before pleasure, buddy.
Oh, and about the polls?
I beg your pardon?
Dealing with polls, I'm told that Tobacco Road has a cowboy burger that's stunning, so, you know.
You're told by whom?
By Mr. Jason Jackson. I told you he's a loyal listener.
Well, that's good. You mean Jerks?
No, Jason Jackson.
He'll be on at 2 this afternoon, Jerks, by the way. Jerks is in the works, and we got some heat stats. Boy, it'll be so good when that season finally ends, mercifully. Do you know there are only 48 games out of first place?
That's all?
I never pay any attention to the NBA, but I was sitting having my nice lunch yesterday without the blintzes, and I was reading, one thing about me, if I go to lunch alone, which I seldom do, but I did yesterday, I always have to buy a newspaper or two, and I read the papers while I'm eating.
Okay.
You can't relate to that?
I don't touch newspapers with my hands or anyone else's.
Oh, that's right. You're not a newspaper guy.
Not since
anyway, so I looked at the NBA standings, and I saw how I knew they only won 14 games all season, but to actually see that they're 48 games behind Boston in the standing with, a handful of games left, that is just staggering, embarrassing, humiliating, and degrading, and, of course, in South Florida, typical.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's Friday, you bastard.
This is the Situation Room. In for the vacationing Wolf Blitzer, the newest addition to the best news team on television, Gildy Gildersleeve.
This is the Situation Room. What we got here is a wide variety of situations. Let's go now to our situation correspondent, Kimbo. Hiya, Bo.
Hey there, little dude. We got a situation.
What's the situation?
Well, it's not a groovy situation. It's more like a
situation?
Sure.
Is it a sports-related situation?
Well, that's the situation.
It don't got to be. We're on CNN, the best damn news team anywhere in the universe.
Well, it's a good thing we got a room for this.
A restroom?
No, situation room, man.
We'll be right back after this 5-minute block of pharmaceutical and big oil ads. Corporate is your friend. Your only friend.
11:32 at 560 WQM. Before you know it, it'll be noon, and then, of course, pretty soon we're going to be changing the poll. That's most important. Second important is when we get the scratches up for Gulfstream, find out if we got the full field. I say full field. It's only 6 horses in each race.
Right.
I mean,
now, does that make it easier to win?
To win less money.
Oh, okay.
The good news is I saw the pictures. All right.
You get both
Excellent
sets?
News.
What? Did you get both sets? Because Steve sent you some too. I think he
Not
has a
two
little
sets. There are 2 pictures.
Okay, well, no, Steve sending you some too because his camera phone is a little bit.
Well, I'd like to see a picture of the whole row of machines because the dollar machines there, which are the right ones, by the way, those are the real ones. Go to Gulfstream if you really want to play Wheel of Fortune, not the ersatz ones like at Hard Rock or the ones that don't pay at Pompano. But at any rate, so those are the real ones, and I noticed they have the 5 times next to the double diamond ones, which don't play the double diamond. They suck. I hate them.
Okay.
Well, the payoffs on them are below. I mean, on the line, it's crap. But that's a beautiful thing, because they're the real machines, man. And then the $5 machine, really good news is that these are the 2-coin machines, not the rape your butt machines. No, the ones that there's some of the old ones, which they had a couple of them at Pompano in the $5 room, that are 3-coin machines, $15 every time you hit the button. It's $15.
What does the stool for those machines look like?
Just like the stool in the bowl. Just like all the stool looks like. Crap. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. 3 coins my ass on the $5 machine, but these are 2-coin jobs, $10. I mean, it's still, you can lose a lot real fast on those if you don't get a good machine, Mom, but that's good. Good to see. Makes me be jonesing. I wish. And you know what else you got to find out for me? I'm sure I could find out online, but since we're supposed to be promoting the hell out of Gulfstream,
right?
What hours the casinos are open there?
Okay. We'll find out.
Surprise, huh?
We will find out.
Because of course Woodbine is 24/7. Now, once upon a time when I started going there, that was only on the weekend. They were 24/7. And like Monday through Wednesday, they were open like from 9 in the morning until 3 in the morning. So what I would do is, on those days in the summertime, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I don't work, I'd have my cabbie pick me up at about 8:15, and I'd be there like at 10 to 9. And there'd be about a dozen of us standing in line waiting for them to pull away the rope, the velvet rope to open up so you can go in.
Yeah.
Is that sick or what? Well, that's like going at 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Because you know something? Many a time I would go in there and rush to my favorite $5 machine. There was one that used to be just loose as a goose in a caboose. And many a time I hit $5 grand on the wheel on that baby.
How do you like that?
About 10 times. And of course, the way I make it sound like, oh, gee, you're going to win so. No, of course not. You're going to lose your ass in the long run. But
you have fun doing
Chris, now the kind of money he's making, he ought to be there right now. He ought to be upstairs playing Wheel of Fortune.
Penny machine?
You could afford to be playing the quarters.
For
You'd
5
have yourself
minutes.
a great time. What?
For 5 minutes.
You could probably make more in an hour than you make all week. What's the long pregnant pause? I'm telling you right now. You could make more in an hour on a machine if you got a good machine than you make all week.
Somebody lend him the money to bet.
That's right.
For the first quarter.
I was going to say, what's that
George
saying?
made $750 on a machine. He didn't even know what he was
That's
doing.
right. No, I didn't.
What's that saying? It takes money to make money?
That's correct.
Well, I'm missing that first part.
Oh, well. Well, listen, I'm working with this real hotshot lawyer.
Yeah?
His name is Maishi Pipik.
Oh, you got a new one?
Yeah, his name is Maishi Pipik Jan Murray, and he's going to include you in the deal.
All right, it's C-H-R-I-S.
Yeah. Schmendrick. $9.89 on the poll. Boy, I sure wish we get to that 1,000. This is like pulling teeth today. Of course, it's a Friday, and we're getting really close to Pesach, not that far away. What's the date again? April something. Another week or two for Passover? Because now we had early Easter this
19th.
year. Oh, boy. So it's a week from tomorrow. So I'm assuming the 19th at sundown.
Correct.
Next Saturday night at sundown. Pesach, baby. Get out the matzah, all that stale matzah from last year. Get out the Pesachiki candies. Get out the wine. See, every Jewish holiday, man, got a lot of wine. That's right. I remember when I was 5 years old and we had a Seder, a Passover Seder at our house. My grandfather was alive. Wow, that's amazing. On my father's side.
Muggsy?
No, that's my uncle.
Oh, okay.
And they gave me a little glass of wine, Manischewitz. I was 5 years old. I was just tipsy, man. I was like flitting around like some kind of like Tinkerbell. I guess that's when we first noticed. But, of course, I could blame the wine. Try the wine? What's going on in Boston?
Right outside. Here's what
the
we know.
State House evacuated, a fire alarm, and
a pungent smell.
A pungent
smell. In the building, and then firefighters went running through the hallways.
Oh, Mitt Romney must have farted again. 991 on the poll. We're getting there. We'll make it. So what's the story with the racing?
They're showing some replays of yesterday's races right now.
Good,
which
excellent.
Is better than just having the logo up there.
Uh-oh.
2/5.
Well, that looks like Rick Zeron there on the 4. 158 and 2 in the 7th race at the Woodbine. The Z-Man. Yep, there you go. Barone Hole, 270, prohibitive chalk. That's one thing about harness racing, man. Too much chalk. I love it, but too much heavy chalk. You know, who wants to bet a double, a $2 double, and get $2.80 back for the double for 2 winners?
Yeah,
I know you finally figured out what the daily double is?
I think I have a good idea.
What is
it? The first 2 races, when you bet to win in the first 2 races and you get them both.
Yeah, on one ticket.
Right.
Right. Now, sometimes there are a lot of tracks now that have like a late double on like the last 2 races.
Okay.
So that, you have a chance to bail out. You know, if you've been losing all day and then you bail out on a late double.
Now, is that the same as the Wheeling thing, which I'm still not clear on?
Wheeling, West Virginia. That's Wheeling down.
I see.
Chris has been there. No, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, the wheel.
And the double, that is correct. Or
okay.
Wheeling is all kinds of things, like you can wheel a horse on top in the trifecta.
All right, I'm trying to get it straight here.
Or wheel a horse on top and the perfecta
I want to
the
be
bottom.
one of these guys. I want to be able to talk like Fat Rich. I had the 2 over the 4, 5, 6.
Much now.
No, I know, but
just say, I had the super. I had the super.
Like that. I want to know
just
all
like
the jargon.
Say, I had the super, and they'll look at you like, yeah.
I want to learn all the languages, including race language.
I had the super. You know what the people said?
Well, congratulations. Get a life.
Yeah. Poor Richie, man. Poor Rich. Only now, after he died, I'm finding things out. Not that I'm going on the air with him. But
okay.
How can you know somebody for 20-some years and go to the track, 2-3 times a week with the same person or all that time and not really know that much about them? But that's one thing about me. I'm not nosy. I don't stick my nose into people's business. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I really, not that I'm disinterested, but I don't really need to know. And sometimes in life, the less you know, the better off you are. Right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, you are.
So I like that 6 in the first race, who was 6-5 in the morning line. It's only a 6-horse field when you got a 6-5 favorite with Pascasio Lopez.
Dr. Stick.
Dr. Stick. Ticket, stick it. Don't you see the? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's sitting right there for us, man.
Right.
Ticket. These are 3-year-olds, and also the second race is 3-year-olds. Well, the one in the second race is called Funny Buck. Careful how you say that.
I know. Bunny?
Funny.
Buck?
Bunny Lake. The 5 is Prince Steve.
You ever see a bunny?
With Eddie Castro. Eddie Castro's a damn good jockey. Well, there are a lot of good jockeys. There's George Chavez. Jorge Chavez has got the 3 in the second race. He's only 2-1 in the morning line, second choice. And Eduardo Nunez.
Is that a friend of yours? Is that somebody you know?
Who?
Jorge Chavez. When you mention that like you know him.
Because I know the top jockeys, okay? Anybody who knows anything about horse racing knows George Chavez. Well, my God, what is wrong with you?
I know nothing about horse racing.
Well, there you go.
Although
just because he's a great jockey, though, doesn't mean he's going to win every race.
Tell you what, if you want to race me on a horse, I'll win.
If what?
If you want to race me on a horse, I'll win. Actually race.
Don't miss the chance to see the Triple Crown contenders battle it out at Gulfstream tomorrow, the $150,000 Holy Bull Stakes. A mile and 3/16, and of course the Holy Bull serves as the Derby prep for some of the best 3-year-olds in thoroughbred history, including Barbaro, won't see him no more, and Funny Side. With just 3 weeks to go before the first leg of the Triple Crown, it's a must-see for racing enthusiasts everywhere. The Holy Bull Stakes, mañana at Gulfstream.
Check your email again.
The best talent. This is Neil Rogers. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Hello and welcome to A Current Affair. Senator Larry Craig is facing new allegations about his past sexual behavior. Sunday's Idaho Statesman newspaper identifies 4 men who claim they either had sex with Larry Craig or were the subject of his sexual advances.
Senator Craig, what is your problem?
I seek activity in bathrooms.
Oh, you openly admit it?
Yes.
The 4 guys. Did you have sex with them?
Yes.
Hot, steamy, man-on-man, naked, sweaty, wrestling on the garage floor kind of sex?
Yes.
That's freaky. Whoa, oh, Larry, Your foot's touching me.
Your foot came toward mine. Mine came toward yours. Was that natural? I don't know.
No, that's not natural. Dude, your foot unzipped my pants.
Yes, it did.
Senator Craig, unless you want to pull back a bloody stump, it'd be best to keep your feet to yourself.
Yeah, probably would.
14 till noon, and I hate to break the news to you, but Steve Sloan is like a little like that. He sent me 2 pictures. They're both the same picture.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
and they have nothing to do with Gulfstream. They have to do with him standing there in front of a sign about, I don't know. What?
No, I'm laughing at Steve right here. Telling him
maybe he's a little bit technically challenged.
I think he is.
Like
I'm telling him
right
now.
2 pictures, neither of which I'm interested in, and both of which are the same.
Okay, but the good news is he got the casino hours for you.
Yes?
Sunday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 a.m.
Woo!
Yeah.
So I can go there like 3 in the morning and plunge my guts out.
Sure can.
Anyway, here's the... We didn't get to 1,000. I changed the poll anyway because I'm sick and tired of waiting for that last one. It happens almost every day, doesn't it?
Yep.
We get to 9.99, and then Eric puts his big fat foot on that big fat brake, and it's like, give me a break, Eric. What's the gayest fashion accessory a man can sport? Final totals, $9.99. Maybe it went over to 1,000. Let me see. View previous. Did it?
Not yet.
Oh, well, it won't. Well, what do you mean not yet?
Well, if someone has it up and it's just sitting in the background, they can vote on the poll.
Yeah. What's the gayest fashion accessory a man can sport? Nipple rings, 238. Man shoulder bag, 200. Speedos, 182. Navel ring, 128. A Prince Albert piercing, 78. Tongue piercing, 55. How can you eat when you have a tongue piercing?
It doesn't bother them. They say they eat around it.
Ew. Earrings, 45. Nonsense. Sandals, 23. Mustache, 13. Like Rimmer and Ernie Kovacs. Name somebody else famous with Jerry Colonna. Who else
has a ring?
Mustache?
Oh,
who?
With a tongue ring?
No, a mustache.
Tom Selleck.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. See?
Goatee, 13, necklace, 9, and pinky ring, 5. If you have a pinky ring and you're on Dancing with the Stars, there's a good chance that you're a screamer.
Pete Lenny wears a pinky ring.
Like I said. Does he really wear a pinky ring?
He really does.
Pete Lenny ought to wear a stinky ring.
I think it is.
He just drives me insane. That guy, he's just annoying. Is what he is, annoying. Butt sucking, annoying.
Yeah, I think you're just an anti-Semite.
Yeah, that must be it. 14 votes on the poll, on the new one. Which of these do you find the most difficult to do? Here's the new one. It's up there for you now. Grab it. Hop on it. Now, have you got the scratches up there yet or what?
No.
There's nothing on the tote board?
They're showing yesterday's races.
Yeah.
They're not toting nothing.
On the tote board, they're showing yesterday's races? On the monitors?
Well, the monitors,
Here's the 11th to Woodbine.
And Jack puts them at his mercy at the top of the stretch. Easy middle half
Jackie Moe, all you got to know is Jackie Moe, 23 to 1. He's going to puke his guts, baby.
First over is
got a nice lead there in the late stretch, but there's no way. 23 to 1, Jackie Moe is going to win.
Still a length to the good.
Oh,
she
somebody
starts to get tired. She wants
on.
to come across the track. That leaves an opening at the
rail
for
baby.
Speed McQueen. Far outside,
McQueen on the
Bikini.
outside and
Still there,
Christopher.
first draw.
Trust me when I
Ships
tell you.
Bikini final push. Right there together. We're first draw and Ships Bikini.
Jackie Moe almost won. Maybe he did win 23 to 1.
2/5.
That's a $48 Haas. You want to put 100 on that?
Oh, yeah. I got that right here.
Get 2,400 back?
Okay.
They're showing the 7 there. I think he won. All you got to know, he did 49.50, baby. Jackie Moe, see? And tell me I'm anti-Semitic, and the next guy, the Jewish driver, wins the race. Jack Moiseyev. How do you like that? I know my Jewish drivers, baby.
Apparently.
Richie Silverman. There's a few. Not too many little jockey drivers, though. I see, the thing of it is, the jockeys, now maybe you've got a good point there. A lot of these guys are little guys from the Latin countries. A lot of midgets.
Right, from those Latin countries where they grow them particularly small, I imagine.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Sí.
Like that.
Right.
Yeah, Paco could be a jockey. He's about that size.
The engines are small. South American engines. Central Americans.
They're going to come and throw your ass out of there pretty soon.
There's nothing wrong with being an Indian.
The jockeys aren't Indians, okay?
Sometimes. I've seen them.
There's George.
John Killer.
At it again. He learned everything he knows from MIFO. What's MIFO doing these days? What horseball station is he on now? One of those WFTLs. If you're wondering what any of these sports shows are on other than ours, just say, it's got to be either across the street, those losers, Joel Feinberg's ex-buddies, or WFTL. Because there's 400 WFTLs. Ray Perry finally got his wish. We've got 400 sports stations now. It's going to bring a lot more people to sports talk radio. Trust me.
Yeah.
God. How could a guy that walks around in a suit like him say such stupid things, you know?
Yes,
of course, he used to be buddies with Greg, so I mean, that tells you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Matty Bell. Now, is he really gone?
He's really gone.
Woo! Boy, talk about time for a party. He used to give you a lot of crap, didn't he?
Not to my face.
Behind your back. Well, there are a lot of people talk behind our back.
Sure.
Okay, so in the first race, I still, now, the windows aren't open yet, till noon, I'm sure.
Right.
See, I'm chomping at the bit, especially after seeing those pictures that you sent. Now, who got the other pictures? Somebody that obviously knows how to use their phone?
Lee took the pictures that he sent from my phone.
Because Flea obviously knows what he's doing. Steve Sloan, on the other hand, unless
he took the pictures, but he just sent the wrong ones. I think he just resent them.
Oh, well, there's something to really look forward to, Steve. Sends me a picture of himself. Robert Scheer writes, everything his president wants to hear.
Good thing you didn't see those other pictures.
Of what?
That he was showing
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I know.
General betray us? Of course he has. MoveOn.org can hardly be expected to recycle its slogan from last September when General David Petraeus testified in support of escalating the U.S. war in Iraq, given the hysterical denunciations that worthy group received at the time. But it was right then as it would be to repeat the charge now. By undercutting the widespread support for getting out of Iraq, Petraeus did indeed betray the American public, siding with an enormously unpopular president who wants to stay the course in Iraq for personal and political reasons that run contrary to genuine national security interests. Once again, the president's passing the buck to the uniformed military to justify continuing a ludicrous imperial adventure, and the good general has dutifully performed. So why are we surprised? Why do we expect the generals to lead us on the path to peace when that's the professional task of statesmen and not warriors? It's an abdication of civilian control of the military, the basic principle of American constitutional governance, to assign a central role to an active duty general to make the decision to end the war. It betrays the legacy warnings of our two most famous wartime generals, George Washington and Dwight Eisenhower. American history offers no greater heroes, not because of their considerable success in battle, but because they gained the wisdom to sound the alarm against unbridled militarism so passionately and effectively. The farewell addresses of both those departing generals turned president still stand as the essential bookends for what's been written about the limits of military adventure required for democracy's survival. Washington's plea to the nation to moderate the fury of party spirit, to warn against the mischiefs of foreign intrigue, to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, sets the standard for enlightened political discourse. A close second is Eisenhower's warning that in the councils of government we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. We've had many other examples of retired military officers asserting the need for informed and rational public decision-making as to matters of war and peace. Republican presidential candidate John McCain was one of those voices when, as a senator, he led the fight, along with fellow Vietnam War veteran John Kerry, to normalize relations with the same communist leadership in Hanoi that had once been our enemy. Does anyone, McCain included, now think we were wrong to bring the troops home from Vietnam? And just why are the dire consequences that McCain now predicts for withdrawal from Iraq any more plausible? McCain says we have to back the president and his generals, even though he concedes that 4 years of mismanaged war had brought us to the point of almost of no return. Who mismanaged that war if not Bush and the generals he picked for the task? But don't blame the generals, for as long as the president demands victory, they'll pretend to deliver it. If they demur, they'll be replaced, as recently occurred with the sudden retirement of Petraeus' boss, Admiral William Fallon, for a suggestion in Esquire magazine that he might favor a more restrained approach in a conflict with Iran. No such dissension from Petraeus. His faithful testimony, at least to the president, if not the truth, on Tuesday was an especially painful performance. Civilian deaths in March were 50% higher than in February, and there were a score of recent American deaths, and there's no evidence of political progress to support Petraeus' stab at optimism over the fragile situation in Iraq. Most absurd was the suggestion that the problem would all go away if Iran would only behave, when in fact American troops are being sacrificed on the pro-Iranian side of an internal Shiite power dispute. The Shiites in charge of our government are in Iraq are exiles trained for decades in Iran. Not so Muqtada al-Sadr, who stayed in Iraq under Saddam Hussein, the killer of his father. Al-Sadr now opposes what he clearly labels as the U.S. occupation out of an Iraqi nationalism that is also in conflict with Iran. Now he's the bad guy, and the Sunnis who hate us even more are being temporarily paid off by the U.S. to stop killing Americans. They, too, will be against us, but it won't stop Petraeus or some other general in charge from telling Congress a few months from now what the president wants them to hear. How are we doing with that tote board? I bet you any minute now. Are they going to play the national anthem? Or are you going to stand up?
No scratches in the first two races.
All right. Well, that makes it a lot
Easy.
The biggest name.
Get that hat pin out.
Best talent.
Stick it.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Debt is all around me. Everybody's broke. The economy is drowning. They got us by the throat. I'd like to do some driving, but can't afford to go.
Steve Sloan sent me nothing, by the way.
For the world's richest country.
Nothing. Nada.
This depression blows.
Don't bug him, he's getting food right now.
Say what?
He's getting food. What?
After 9/11, the stage was set for the neocons to grab all they could get. They trickled it up to the 1%, raped us all, and left us for dead. Could this be a recession? The headlines spoiling news. There's people going hungry. You won't see that on the news.
I'm dying over here.
It's like the 1930s. Another grapes of wrath. Where just the rich and dirty can afford to buy gas. The corporate newspapers say it will end. The ones that I use for the sheets on my bed. You patriotically let them in control. They robbed us blind, now we got a dust bowl. We're in a deep depression, but they don't want you to know. For the world's richest country, this depression blows. Yeah, this depression blows. This depression blows.
Yeah, so I got nothing from Steve Sloan.
He said he did not resend because he didn't want to make that mistake again, because you might get some wrong pictures again by mistake, and, you know.
Right. Well, what was it that he was going to show me? Well, don't even answer that.
He took some pictures of the machines also, but it's just...
Well, obviously the flea pictures came through. I mean, you know,
right.
Once you see one of them, you've seen them all.
Okay.
At least the real ones.
They wanted to make sure that they got a decent quality picture there.
Oh, quality picture of slot machines. All right. Well, Sean in Miami sends us an innocuous fax here. Please help. I want to join in on the QAM fun. I didn't know we were having any. But not sure whether to see weather spelled as in how's the weather. By the way, it's raining all day here today. And Rimmer's coming tomorrow. Oh, well, he's here now.
He's going to take you to that deli?
He's not taking me anywhere.
You taking him?
I guess. I'm trying to figure out a way of, oh, gee, the dog died. I don't have a dog anymore, but my dog just had wild diarrhea or something. It says, not sure whether to see George at Gulfstream or the Big O at the computer place. Please advise. Sean in Miami. I have a three-word piece of advice for Sean, okay? Get a life. That's my advice. Go see George, okay? He's lonely. There's nobody there, right?
Oh, no, we've had some listeners. There's one looking at me right now.
You have had?
Yeah.
Well, why haven't you told me that?
You just asked.
You always make me feel like, oh, gee, I'm sitting here all alone and they're not getting anybody out here.
Yeah, you asked me at 10 o'clock when we first walk in here.
Well, I'm expecting to see just a throng of people waiting to see your silly
throngs
face.
of thongs all over the place.
See your old silver hair.
What's left of it?
All right, so what's the story now? Have you got on the tote board, there's no scratches in the first two races?
Correct.
So you got 6x6. Now, let me tell you something you could do for $1. It would cost you $36. You could wheel all the horses in the first race with all the horses in the second race for $1. It costs you $36, and the double's going to pay about $6.80. So you'd only lose $30. but you'd cash.
Yeah.
You'd collect.
You want me to do that? I got $36.
No, of course
okay.
not.
All right.
Jesus. I mean, you'd cash, and then I could say, I gave George the winners in both the first 2 races.
Yeah, would I profit?
You'd lose your ass.
I see. Well, then, never mind.
Now, let's see. There's 2 horses in the first race. From the morning line, it looked like they have no chance at all. Of course, don't be too sure. One of them, Luca Panici, is the jockey on the 5. Luca. Yeah, I'll worry about Luca. 15 to 1 on the 1 and 10 to 1 on the 5. So you can toss. I think we were agreed on Dr. Stick. He's going to be like 3 to 5.
Okay.
Prohibitive favorite. So if he wins the first race, the double's going to pay squat. So how much do you want to bet on the double?
Whatever. What's a good bet?
No, it's not a question. What's a good bet? There's no such thing. A good bet is one that wins and that you cash.
I don't know.
That's like saying, what's a good machine?
How about
one
if I
when you're playing
bet
it?
$10 per race or something like that? I don't even know what I'm doing.
And how many races are you going to stay there for? Just
2?
the 2?
Just the 2, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you can bet $15. Bet 3 $5 doubles.
Okay.
The only problem is the double's probably going to pay. Unless you just bet the chalk, like a 6-5 double, a $10 double. Or do you want to bet 6-2 and 6-5?
I don't know what that means.
6 in the first race with a 2 and the 5 in the second race. How difficult is this, okay?
It sounds like Fat Rich talk to me.
Sounds
Fat
Rich
great.
My ass. Can you imagine how big his ass must have been? That's a terrible thing to say.
They're playing the national anthem. I'm the only one not standing on.
Oh, don't talk while they're playing the national anthem. I'll cover for you.
Too
Not.
late.
Cover for him, Chris. Say something.
I'm going to start speaking Spanish for the national anthem.
Don't you dare pull out the Cuban flag.
Grande y amarillo.
57 votes on our second poll. See what kind of people we have out there. Which of these do you find the most difficult to do? Trust 13, forgive 12, steal 11, lie 7, hate 5, cheat 5, sympathize 3, listen 1, love none. Trust. That's what I voted, and that's winning. Difficult to trust people.
I can't vote, but I would vote for forgiveness.
No, I'm softy at that.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, you're a hard ass.
That's right.
And we have 1,000 votes on the previous.
Wow, great. Oh, man. I'm going to lay down on the floor now and make guttural sounds. This is the kind of involvement Chris has in the show now.
Hey, you were asking before, so, you know.
I was just, funning you.
We got to make sure we got the correct numbers here.
What difference does it make, huh? We have 1,000 votes, 45,000 votes, 2 votes. What the hell difference does it make?
Well, that's how I get my raise. Oh, well, never mind.
You're not getting no raise, okay? You and George both. You and George and Chicken Neck. Now, one thing about Chicken Neck, he hasn't sent me any emails saying, oh, geez, how come you didn't give me any more money?
Because you had a discussion about what's happening with him.
What do you mean by that?
He said that there was going to be some letter of agreement that was going to be signed, etc.
Right.
and so forth. Okay.
But that doesn't mean he's getting more money. He's just assured he's going to be alive the next 5 2/3 years. That's all. And that's what everybody ought to be concerned about right now. Because if anybody really believes that these people are giving anybody any increases in pay, you must be doing real serious drugs. I'm not just talking about smoking a big fat one. I'm talking about you must be doing acid trips, like dropping 14 sugar cubes every 5 minutes. I mean, more power to you. I'm right there for you. But you know something? It's just when I'm taking about a 99% pay cut, and you're like, oh gee, I need to live. Rob a bank. That's my. In fact, right there. Can you imagine how much money is in that joint right now? Millions.
Yeah.
Go get a bag of money. Go get a big bag of money. In fact, when you do these appearances at Gulfstream, just tell me every time you leave, you just want a bag of money. Hundreds. A sack of cash. That's right. Remember Bob Sackett rhymed with Fackett?
No.
Yeah, you did. He makes me sick.
Bob Saget?
Yeah, Bob Saget rhymes with faggot, right.
Gay.
He is?
No.
Not. Who cares? He still sucks on the air. Don't forget to go see George tomorrow. If you miss him today at Gulfstream, you can see him tomorrow for the grand reopening of Computer USA at 1740 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. 10 to noon, George will be there. Come by for great savings on all your computer needs and win some of our crappy QM low-budget prizes. CompUSA is back, and George will be there tomorrow 10 to noon. Now, let me go to my racing channel. I don't want to start this too soon. Well, there's the thorough graph of the day. I have no idea what that even means.
So, one, they do mention to play this horse for sure if you get 5 to 1 or better. And you see 20-1 morning line, you got to think you're going to get at least 5-1. They also mentioned to play with the 2 and 6.
All this gambling talk, man. It's like Eddie K and Hank and the Humper are back now again. All this gambling talk.
They just scratched the 4 and the 5 horse in the second race.
They scratched the 4 and the 5?
That's what I'm told.
In the second race, so it's a 4-horse race?
I guess that's what that means.
They scratched the 4 and the 5 in the second race. What is that?
Me scratching.
Oh. So we've got a 6-horse field in the first race and 4 horses in the second race. Now the one, Funny Buck, in the second race, looks like an outsider, 10-1 in the morning line. You can throw him out.
Okay.
There's no way you're going to make money on this double, I'm telling you right now.
Well, come on now, we can do it.
You can bet $5 double, 6 over the 2-3-6.
Okay.
I hope that the double pays $6, and then you get back about 15, and then you get your money back.
All right.
That is if the 6 wins the first race. They scratched the 4 and the 5. Are you making that up, or are you serial?
Why would I make that up? How would I know to make that up? Why would I pull that out?
Why would you pull it out? I don't know. Maybe your lady friend is back there at Gulfstream. I have no idea. Wow. Well, you're not going to make much money today, but we'll have maybe we'll cash a ticket, or maybe not. Rising food prices could spark worldwide unrest and threaten political stability, the UN's top humanitarian official warned yesterday, after 2 days of rioting in Egypt over the doubling of prices of basic foods in a year and protests in other parts of the world. Sir John Holmes, he should be hung. Undersecretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and UN's Emergency Relief Coordinator told a conference in Dubai that escalating prices would trigger protests and riots in vulnerable nations. He said food scarcity and soaring fuel prices would compound the damaging effects of global warming. Prices have risen 40% on average globally since last summer. Thank you, Mr. President, and all your Saudi buddies, all you grave robbers, for those low gas prices, all you butchers. The security implications of the food crisis should also not be underestimated, as food riots already are being reported across the globe, Holmes said. Current food price trends are likely to increase sharply, both the incidence and depth of food insecurity. He added that the biggest challenge to humanitarian work is climate change, which has doubled the number of disasters from an average of 200 a year to 400 a year in the past 2 decades. As well as this week's violence in Egypt, the rising cost and scarcity of food has been blamed for. Riots in Haiti last week that killed 4 people. Violent protests in Ivory Coast. Price riots in Cameroon in February that left 40 people dead. Heated demonstrations in Mauritania, Mozambique, and Senegal. And protests in Uzbekistan, Yemen, Bolivia, and Indonesia. UN staff in Jordan also went on strike for a day this week to demand a pay raise in face of a 50% hike in prices, while Asian countries such as Cambodia, China, Vietnam, India, and Pakistan have curbed rice exports to ensure supplies for their own residents. I'd store away some food right now. Stock some nuts.
That's what I'm doing.
Be a good idea. Store away some nuts. Now listen, see, if you knew what you were doing there,
but
if you look on the tote board when they flash the possible double payoffs, you would know what 6 is going to pay with those, if it's worth betting. Okay. Maybe Steve can do that for us, since he pretends to know a little something about what's going on.
Maybe he can, but he's bringing the food right now.
Well, tell him that we want to see the potential double payoffs.
Okay. I'm writing it down.
With the 6 or with the 2-3-5. And there are probably people saying, well, there's only one other horse in there. What if the long shot wins, Neil? What if the one wins? Well, don't do it. Man, that's what I'm saying right now. It's only 12:13. You got an hour till post time.
Right.
We have plenty of time to change our mind 20, 30 times.
The biggest
That's what it's all about.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Hi there, you bastards.
Hey, how the hell are you? Welcome to Jack in the Box. I'm Jack, and I'll be happy to fill your order, if you know what I mean.
I'd like a Jack burger and a large fries.
Sorry, pal, we're cleaning the grease fryer. We don't have any French fries today.
Okay, then just give me a small order of fries, please.
Look, Chief, maybe you didn't hear me. I said we don't have any fries today, so how about something else?
Oh, okay, then just give me an order of fries.
Listen up, pal. Who put the straw in strawberry?
Nature did.
That's right, nature did. Who put the ape in apricot?
Nature did.
That's right, nature did. Now listen carefully. Who put the freak in French fries?
There ain't no freak in French fries.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, butt breath. There ain't no freak in French fries. Now get out of my sight before I shove your teeth so far down your throat you'll have to sit on a Jack Burger to eat it. Oh, and have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. 12:19. You notice I'm playing a lot of oldies today?
What?
I bet you're eating.
I'm eating.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no problem. Is there a radio show going on?
I said I'm playing a lot of oldies today, just because I want.
That's good.
I don't know why. Although I gotta be very honest. I played that bit because a lot of people like it, and I really don't know why. I don't find it that funny. You think it's that funny? Maybe the first 2 times it was funny, 100 years ago.
Right.
But then again, we can't play anything that's too funny anyway, so let's not get carried away.
Good point. But there are a lot of bits like that people just love and rave about them. And
like the bridge tender.
Right, that was funny the first 500 times.
The first 6,000 times, That was pretty amusing, yeah. The last 25,000, not so much. So what's the story? Did Steve find out for you the potential payoffs here on the double or not?
Potential payoffs on the doubles. Because we were very busy with food shenanigans during that break.
Okay. Well, no, we'll get that. What I said, and we don't have to worry about what it's going to pay. Maybe it'll pay $380 the double.
I'll still do it.
I mean, when you're dealing with a 4-horse field, I mean, what kind of a race is that?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a race is that?
4-horse race.
And you're going to have 3 of them going for you. If that 6 wins the first race, you're going to cash your ticket maybe. And lose. Not important that you win, it's important that you cash.
Any athlete of any era, you've got to think the 27 Yankees.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to be reborn on the 27 Yankees. The latest round of American Airlines flight cancellations has left tens of thousands of passengers searching for alternative ways to get to their destinations. But even more bad news, as the consumer once again gets a foot up the ass. You're making so much racket there with that damn food, man. You're like those.
Well, I had to move the microphone out of my way there. I didn't want to get Ruben all over
move the microphone out of the way. Make room for the food, okay?
That's right.
Let's get our priorities straightened out. But airlines are not required to compensate passengers for canceled flights. The only time airlines legally have to provide compensation is when a passenger is bumped from an overbooked flight, according to the DOT's Aviation Consumer Protection Division. However, passengers whose schedules are significantly affected by cancellations, such as when the only available alternate flight involves flying on a different day or includes an unplanned stopover, are eligible for a refund in lieu of a later flight. If they'd rather have a refund than a reschedule, they can demand a refund even if their ticket is non-refundable, said Transportation Department spokesman Bill Mosley. American, the biggest U.S. carriers, canceled more than 3,000 flights this week to inspect those MD-80s. Bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, and the beat goes on. Passengers who didn't buy their tickets directly from the airline might have better luck finding an alternate seat by contacting their online or brick-and-mortar travel agency. What does that mean, brick-and-mortar travel agency?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, in other words, like a real travel as opposed to an online, brick-and-mortar. Who ever heard of such crap, like brick-and-mortar, as opposed to like, fantasy online?
Right.
That's a good idea. Why don't we start a fantasy travel deal,
We could do virtual travel.
That's what I'm saying. Virtual travel with an online site.
We'll just send them pictures. They can send
You're going to go to Athens. You're going to go to Rome, Siberia, all over the world, virtually.
By a virtual ticket, we'll send you pictures.
And we'll have Steve Sloan, from his picture phone, we'll have him send pictures of those places. Yeah.
Excellent.
What a putz. Of course, he works for our sales department. I mean, why did he send me that picture of him standing there in front of some...
Obviously, it was a mistake.
Yeah, it's a mistake, all right. If it has to do with our sales department, make no mistake.
Good thing you didn't see those other ones.
Really? Is that what he's saying?
No, I'm making that up.
No. Yeah, probably pictures of Joe Bell naked. Wouldn't surprise me.
No, he's not the one that has those pictures.
Oh. I know there were a lot of people that had pictures of Greg naked, I'm sure of that, like Screw Ann and the Water Nazi and Maddie Bell. How's John Jarris doing? Is he still there?
Yeah, he's around.
That's good. He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
I thought he was till he sent me that candy 2 years ago. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He meant Nazi candy.
I tried talking people out of it. They don't take me seriously.
They better not be sending me no candy now, boy. It's not a good idea now.
No.
I think I'm going to go to Woodbine this afternoon after my maid finishes cleaning my joint.
Okay.
In my place. I have a maid who comes and she cleans my joint. 97 votes on the poll. Which of these do you have the most find the most difficult to do. There's Allie Felching again on CNN. What a jackass. What a silly-ass prissy queen. Trust 19, steal 19. Forgive 17, lie 14, cheat 11, hate 5, sympathize 5, love 5, and listen solamente 2. Listen. Escúchame.
Okay.
See, I'm starting to pick up all the Espanol because I hear Paco on the phone with Mamacita, you know. Escúchame, escúchame. Which he says a lot.
Probably.
Evidently, nobody's paying any attention to the crap that he's battling.
You got to shut your mom up. You got to, like, listen to me.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Escúchame, mama. At any rate, I'm going to become a bilingual pretty soon here.
Good, then you'll hear everything that he's saying about you.
Oh, yeah. Why do you say such crap? You see, you act like it's not possible for anybody in the world to actually like me as a person.
No.
Only want my money.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
If they did, then they would like you even if you didn't spend any money on them. Why don't you try that for a change and see how it works?
Okay, I'm going to try it the rest of the week.
All right. Cut everyone off, and then you'll find out who your friends are. Cut everyone off, then you'll see who your friends are.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. State subsidies, this is some of the best news I've ever heard in my life. State subsidies used to help fund pro hockey and spring training baseball in Broward County would be eliminated for 1 year under a budget amendment the Florida House adopted Wednesday night. The sports franchise measure offered by the Democratic minority prohibits state allocations to sports franchises, a move that would save the state $20 million in the next budget year. This year, $2 million has gone to help the Panthers. $416,000 been set aside for the Oriole Spring Training site, Fort Lauderdale Stadium. The money goes to Broward County and Fort Lauderdale. Subsidies for Broward pro sports franchises and others around the state would be frozen for 1 year, and the money put in the state's reserves. The state is facing a $3 billion budget deficit for the fiscal year that starts July 1 because of Florida's failing economy. Owners of Dolphin Stadium and American Airlines Arena, where the Heat play, also receive $2 million in annual state subsidies. Those facilities, as we know, are privately owned by Wayne and Mickey. Listen, I'm a real Dolphins fan. House Democrat leader Dan Gelber of Miami Beach wrote on his blog before the House vote stripping the sports subsidies even after the 115 season. But really, given the budget climate this year, wouldn't their $2 million annual subsidy be better used to ensure that our colleges aren't forced to lay off professors? The House's sports, of course, on this station, you think, oh no, don't cut the same thing for it's got to all go for sports. Who cares about colleges unless they're playing a good ball game? The House Sports Franchise Amendment offered by Representative Ron Saunders, Democratic Key West, still must be accepted by the Senate, which passed its budget Wednesday without the provision, and then signed by Governor Charlie Crist. The state has given $224 million to sports franchises since '93, according to the State Department of Revenue. 20 professional sports facilities get state subsidies, with the allocations usually going to the local governments that maintain the facilities where the teams play. Broward has received $23.5 million in state subsidies since '97 for the Panthers Arena, and Fort Lauderdale has gotten almost $600,000 in the past 2 years for its baseball stadium. The International Game Fish Association in Dania Beach gets $1 million a year in state money, which would also be limited under the House plan. I say let's stick with the Game Fish Association, right? $1 million a year for gay fish.
Great plan.
Wow. Sign America, baby. Here comes the bunny.
The best
There goes your mouth.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Neil, yeah.
Whoa, I'll be good. Told Hillary I would now. I'll be good. And I'll behave like I should. Now, seriously. So good. So good. I swear to you. Whoa, I'll be nice. And I'll control my vice. Truly, I'll be nice. Hillary won't tell me twice. Hey, so nice. So nice. I swear to you. Whoa, Daddy. They won't let me play my horn. They say I'm too horny as it is. I know sometimes in my life I've done some things that were wrong. But when I campaign for my wife, I promise I won't do any harm, and I'll be good. Told Hillary I would. I'll be good. At least I think that I could. So good. So good. I swear to you. But of course, my fingers are crossed.
Well, sure, a lot of laughing and cackling going on in that family these days. You know what? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Maybe because her candidacy is kind of a joke. 12:33 at 560 WQM. We got the Jerk Show at 2 this afternoon. Jerks who told us that he's been in Tobacco Road. They've got a kick-ass burger or something like that. Isn't that what he said?
Yep, cowboy burger.
Now, let me ask you this question. What about Cheeseburger? I've heard a lot about it, and I know it's right there in the Sawgrass, along with other joints. But you either one been there?
Nope.
I don't think so, no.
What is the big deal there? They got, like, big pictures of John Belushi on the wall? Or what's the story there? What's the attraction? You don't know?
Don't know.
I thought there'd be all kinds of scuttlebutt about a place like that. Cheeseburger, man. I thought that'd be right up your alley. Of course, George don't care because he's busy, obviously, shoving all kinds of food. A big corned beef sandwich down his
I'm
pussy
done.
right
Actually,
now.
it was a Reuben with no dressing.
Oh, I love a Reuben sandwich, and especially with no dressing, so the bread don't get wet.
Right. We talked about that.
Don't like wet bread.
By the way, it was the best Reuben sandwich I've ever had in my life. Everything was good. Even the sauerkraut was nice and tart.
Sauerkraut?
Yeah, the cheese was melted. It was good. It wasn't overly toasted, so that it hurt your mouth. It was just like crispy, crunchy without being overly toasted. Even the edges were good. I ate the whole thing. I ate the pieces that fell out of the sandwich. It was so good. Nice and lean.
And Steve is probably crawling around on the floor eating the crumbs.
He's actually drinking a Coke right now.
Well, good for him.
He's given up trying to send you pictures on his phone, by the way.
He doesn't have to send me an Look, I got what I needed there. There's a picture of 2 machines, or actually 3 machines. I'm just curious now where they have the dollar ones. How many they have lined up? How many are there?
There was a pretty big Wheel of Fortune section that I saw when I went up there. Because
it looks like Woodbine. It looks like they have a whole bunch of them lined up, and they alternate the 5 times ones with the double diamond.
What I saw is it seemed. I mean, I don't know about that, but they they went in increments of denomination, like the quarter ones on the left, and then the more expensive ones as you went along.
I see. So in other words, the $5 machines are there with the dollar ones?
I guess, yeah. That's what I saw.
Boy, that sounds really nifty. This sounds like a great place. I better get there real soon. I think, what's the flight tomorrow coming? Then I can tell Rimmer, I'm going to Gulfstream tomorrow. I can't be having lunch.
Oh, he also gave me the daily double payoffs, and he wrote a bunch of stuff down. I don't understand it. I'm just going to read it.
Okay, well, just let me know what you got.
All right, 6 to 1, $43. 6 and 2.
Not 6 to 1.
What?
6-1.
6-1. I see 6-1.
You're not betting 6-1.
All right, 6-2, $29.
Although I'll tell you one thing, you could bet a $2 6-1. That's a good idea.
Okay.
That way, no matter who wins the race, you're going to cash. If the long shot wins, $43. Okay.
The 6-2, $29.
Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
6-3.
$10.
Uh-huh.
And the 6-6, $18.
Well, I'll be damned. I think I got a plan. Of course, the 6 has got to win that first race. Now, what are the odds on the board yet for the first race? They must be.
Yes.
And what is the 6 horse?
Is that like even? Yeah, it's
even money.
Right.
And probably the 4 is the second favorite. Am I right?
Yes, 7-2.
No.
Well,
there's nobody like 2 to 1 or 5 to 2 or 3 to 1.
No.
Really?
7-2 is the number 4. 7-2.
Woo! So the 6 must be, of course, just because it's even money. What do I always tell you about the chalk? Here comes the bunny, here comes the money. But in a 6-horse field, Dr. Stick it in your ticket. I mean, it just like stands right out there.
Sure does.
So here's what I do to minimize your losses, okay? Uh-oh. Norma Kent. Look at this after work, he says. Oh, I see. And there's a bunch of stuff here. I don't think your name's in it. That's just a joke. Just relax, will you please? We've got more things going on here now. Jesus, Kate Christ. Now, can he, look at that again and get me, it gets to be like about 10 to 1.
Okay.
Because post time's not till 1:15.
Right.
Because they might bet that, they might hammer that 6-3 double down to like $6 or something like that. Those are pretty decent, though, considering how few horses you're dealing with. Pretty shocking. Wait till you hear this, speaking of shocking. CBS, the home of the most celebrated news division in broadcasting, has been in discussions with Time Warner about a deal to outsource some of its news-gathering operations to CNN. 2 executives briefed on the matter said this week. Over the last decade, CNN has had intermittent talks with both ABC and CBS News about various joint ventures. You've had various joint ventures. During the last several months, talks with CBS have been revived and lately intensified, according to the executives who asked for anonymity because of the confidential nature of the negotiations. Broadly speaking, the executives described conversations about reducing CBS's news-gathering capacity while keeping its frontline personalities like Katie Couric, the CBS evening news anchor, and paying a fee to CNN to buy the cable network's news feeds. Another possibility, these people said, would be for CBS to keep its correspondents in certain regions, but pair them with CNN crews. These people cautioned no deal was imminent. Sandy Janelius, a spokeswoman for CBS News, said, "We're extremely pleased with and proud of our news-gathering operation. No outside arrangements are being negotiated," which means it's a lie. She's a lie. A CNN spokeswoman said, "We don't comment on speculative business matters." For CNN, a deal with the broadcast network would mean a new revenue stream without even having to add much in cost. For CBS, an arrangement with a cable channel will allow it to cut costs while maintaining the CBS News brand, although in a much trimmed-down fashion. CBS is mired in last place amid the continuing struggles of Ms. Couric, who was given a $15 million a year contract to attract new viewers. They're mired in last place. The discussions are being led by Sean McManus, or is that McManus, the president of CBS News, and Jim Walton, president of the CNN News Group. Many questions remain regarding unions, rights issues, and level of involvement of the other CBS News products like 60 Minutes and The Early Show. If a significant deal is reached between CNN and CBS, it would mark a watershed in broadcast history, a strategic shift in the face of changing market forces by the network that is widely credited as having invented TV news, establishing a powerful tradition with journalists like Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite. But I mean, now that they could have Kira Phillips and and Allie Felching, I mean, why would they want people like Walter Cronkite, right?
Right.
The watering down of everything, baby, watered down.
Everything.
Life, watered down. Get her done and water her down. Hose her off.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Friday, you bastard.
Hold on. I'll have 5 pizza burger combos with a supersized Diet Coke and fries, a new contract with a 2-year extension, and a dozen Zeppeli. An oily paper bag of Grivenous, a gallon of pistachio mint ice cream, industrial-sized box of cornflakes, a 1-month membership to Blue Boy Online, and a quart of some young guy. Yeah, a Kugel sandwich on pumpernickel, lime-flavored Crisco Fluffy, a box of tripe tenders, 10 Neely burgers, a Bromo seltzer, and a pocket full of Miracle. For now, yeah. So anyway, Neely, you still there? With these contract negotiations underway, I should bring your attention to... Hey! And wait a minute, Neil. Hold on again. Excuse me. Did you say trays? I said tripe, not trays. Tripe tenders. Oh, and do you still have those free baseball cards of the Faggoty League? Okay.
You bad snotty.
Okay, 12:45. Norma can't, and that's for sure. He sends me 2 attachments. I can't open up either one of them. I just mentioned that in passing in case he might be listening. And I sent him back. I can't open these. Why do people do that?
Yes. To be difficult. To be more difficult than convenient.
Can't open the attachments, okay? And, of course, it's important stuff. You know what it has to do with, the future of my life. And I can't open them up. So try it again, Norma. Oh, look at that. The 6 horses up to 7-5 now, and the 4 is getting 2-1. The 4 is getting some play, baby. Scarbum with Joe Bravo. And the deuce is 9-2. Babbo.
The daily double payouts changed, obviously.
Yes, and what are they?
6-1, 42, 6-2, 28, 6-2.
Well, slow down. I can't write that fast. Are you some kind of crazy person?
Yeah, I'm every kind of crazy person.
6-3.
$6.
What did I tell you? What did I say?
That's what you said.
And 6.
17.
All right, well, that simplifies it for you. Now, you got to hope that the chalk wins. If the 6 doesn't win the first race, you're screwed. But, I have no form here. I'm just going like I always do. And in the 6-horse field, now back down to 6-5. He took another hit.
Mm-hmm.
Take another hit. So you're going to bet, let's see, 6-1 or $2.61. Is Steve writing this down?
Yes, he is.
$2.61. A $4.62. A $5.66.
Okay.
Now, how much is that?
I don't know. I got it. Don't worry about it. Yes.
And a $10.63.
Okay.
See, if the 6-3 comes in, you get $30. You make $10.
All right.
I mean, there's not much money you're going to make on this, especially with a $6 double probably going to come in. Unless you want to bet a $15 6-3. Woo! I don't want you to start plunging your money now. This is a bad, and it's right on the air here. The audience is hearing, and they're going to blame me for it. Oh, Neil got blame you. Gambling just like Hank and Eddie K. And going to lose all that money, and he's always whining and crying.
There are many ways to gamble from the time you're a little child.
Yeah, like when you cross the street.
Sure.
Like when you get in that car.
Little kids, they play poker, they play blackjack, they bet on hopscotch, you know. I'm not an addict. I don't get addicted to things.
Look at that. The 6 is back up to 7-5 now. The 4 is 2-1. I don't like that. I'm real nervous about that Scar bum. But at any rate, forget it. You have to count on the 6 winning the race. That's all.
Okay.
Jogberger win by 10. Yeah, of course, if he gets left in the gate, you're screwed. Now, how much are we betting here? I just want to go over it again.
$21 total.
Is that it? Well,
yeah.
Why don't you bet $25 and bet a how much did we bet on the 6-3?
4.
Get out of here. 4 my ass.
That's what you said.
No, I did not.
He wrote it down. I watched him. I heard you.
You're full of crap. 6-3. I did. Why would I say $4? It's a $6 double.
A 6-3. Sorry, $10 on the 6-3.
So bet $14.
Okay.
On the 6-3. I mean, it's an unusual number, but nevertheless.
Whatever.
And that way you're betting $25.
Beautiful. There you go, Steve.
And if the 6-3 comes in and you get $42 back, you'd win 17. That's not bad. And maybe you hope for one of the longer ones.
I'll take it.
Like you got a $4 what?
6-2.
Well, whatever. You'll do okay. You're not going to get rich on this race, okay? Trust me when I tell you.
Okay. Or in radio either.
Can't open those attachments, Norma. I just mentioned that in passing, you silly person, you silly queen. Oh, let me know what you think of these. Read them, look them over. I can't look nothing over, okay? You send me stuff in a form that I can't open.
Like Word files?
Huh?
Like Word documents?
Or whatever. The first one says that the computer is blocking it because it's in a form that's going to, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. 4 just went back up to 5-2. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got post time at 1:15. Boy, this is like such a major production. And just you'd think we were talking about some serious money here. Oh, in your case, $25.
Yeah, that's serious money.
China said yesterday it's uncovered a criminal ring planning to kidnap athletes and others at the Beijing Olympic Games. How do you like that? They got more problems with those damn Olympics. I got a good idea. Let's take all that money that we're going to spend on the Olympics and use it to feed the starving people, all these countries where they're starving. Oh, no, Neil, you're wrong. 35 members of a ring based in the rest of western Xinjiang region were arrested, Ministry of Public Security spokesman Wu Heping told a news conference. We face a real terrorist threat, Wu said. The arrest took place between March 26th and April 6th. Since the 9/11 terror hijackings, China's tried to portray the simmering separatist rebellion in Xinjiang as being fueled by terrorist organizations in Central Asia and the Middle East. But evidence made public has been scarce. Western embassies asked Beijing for more information after authorities said they broke up an attempt to hijack a plane in Western China last month, but so far no evidence has been provided. Yesterday, Wu said the ring was plotting to kidnap athletes, foreign journalists, and other visitors to the August Games. He added that police also had confiscated almost 22 pounds of explosives and 8 sticks of dynamite and jihadist literature in the latest raids in Urumqi, the capital of Xinjiang. Wu also... What am I hearing in the back?
What do you mean? Like announcements and Duff?
Yeah.
Duff? You hear him in the back.
Duff is there, too?
Duff is here.
What the hell is she doing there?
He heard me chomping on that Reuben.
Oh, that's why he came in there for food.
He heard there was a good Reuben here, and he ran right over.
Yeah, well, it's not your type. Wu also provided for the... Wouldn't it be something that was Reuben Askew? That would be bad. Wu also provided further details, although he might eat it, on a second group arrested in January, alleging they'd been manufacturing explosives and were plotting to attack hotels, government offices, and military targets in Shanghai, Beijing, and other cities. Wu said the gang had been acting on orders from a radical Islamic Xinjiang independence group, East Turkestan Islamic Movement. Oh, my God. You ever have one of those?
Not lately.
I think I had one of those this morning. While the U.S. has labeled the East Turkestan Islamic Movement a terrorist organization, the State Department alleges widespread abuses of the legal and educational systems by the communist authorities to suppress Uyghur culture and religion, whatever that is. Wow. The world is a bunch of tribes, baby. That's what it's all about. The tribal lunatics, all trying to kill each other and eliminate each other, right?
Right. Because my pronunciation of God's name is more superior.
Moishi Pipik, that's what I call him. Meshi Pipik. Baruch Atah Adonai. Pray for the wine. Let's pray for the 6-horse in the first race. Now, who's riding him again? Oh, Pascasio Lopez, a real Pascugnac.
Paco Lopez.
Now, if you got, like, who are the jockeys here in the first race? Luca Panici. The 3's getting no action at all. It's 4-1 in the morning line. He's 10-1. The 1 is 15-1 in the morning line. He's 16-1.
Right.
So the 1 and the 3 are on the outside looking in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean they can't win in the 6-horse field or in any field. Tony Fields. What did I tell you about Jackie Mo? Oh, my computer is all screwed up now. Oh. Don't send an error. Norma, you're killing me, man. You're just killing me. Now my computer's doing all these funky things. Oh, 3-2 on the 6-horse, $5. Now you could bet $20 to win on the 6 if he stays 3-2 and get 50 back and win 30 and not have to go through all this other crap.
No, this is more fun.
Yeah, this is much more fun this way.
He already bet it. I got my tickets here.
Oh, he already bet it?
That's right. He's a fast man.
And he doesn't know we just changed our mind?
He does now.
Application error. This Norma has screwed up my computer so bad it may never function again. Lawsuit. Get that hotshot lawyer of yours at Jan Murray on the phone.
Okay.
You and Chicken Neck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's another thing. Now maybe he must have said it again. He said it again. Here it is. Boy, oh boy, what a clown. He said it again. Should I read it on the air?
Yeah, why not?
Contract. I'm not going to read it on the air. No, you're just nosy.
No. I don't care about your contract.
I don't have any contract for you on here.
I know.
You've got a contract. That's what Jolly Joe said. You got a contract.
Do I?
That's what he said.
I mean, I have one now.
Well, that's all you're getting for right now until Monday. Till I look this thing over. Can I look it over at least?
Yeah, of course.
Do I get to look over my contract?
No, you don't.
This guy's trying to peddle to me. And the interesting part of this is I can't move it. I can't center it. You know how the tab's on the bottom so you can send the message?
Right.
Oh, here, full message view.
No, I think you're seized up. Freezed up.
No, it just changed. Full message view, but I can't read the full message.
What's that got to do with horse racing?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about horse racing, okay? We got 20 minutes until post time. You know how often those odds are going to change? Oh, look at that. The 2 just took a dump. The 2 is 3-1. 4 is going up and the 2 is coming down. I'm sticking with the chalk. I mean, when you're in a 6-horse field like that, naturally there's going to be 2 or 3, maybe 4 horses are getting bet pretty good, but the chalk is 3-2.
The good news is I still don't know what I'm doing. But hey.
Oh, and here's the thing where, look at that. Caroline Beasley's going to sign and I'm going to sign. What the hell she got to do with it? Oh, that's for the company, I guess. For the Beasley. All right, I'll take care of it, Norman. Just relax. Boy, pressure. You talk about pressure. Too much pressure, man. I can't deal with it. The good part of it is it's 1 o'clock already, and guess who hasn't been there to see you yet? At least according to your...
That's right. That's right.
Maybe they're afraid that this time we'll be ready for them with those big security guards who look like Luca Brasi on speed. Mm-hmm. All whipped up into a frenzy like the twins in Godfather 3. Are they as good as they look?
Aww.
That is such a great line. Are they as good as... Of course, you know that Connie.
Yeah.
She was screwing anything with a...
That's right.
That's right. Including that obnoxious Troy Donahue. Mm-hmm. He's dead, by the way. Look at this. I thought it was going to be Norma again. Tom Payne. Boy, this is too much stuff going on for a Friday. I'm going to take a nap during the 1 o'clock hour. Right. Let me know how the races turn out.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Oh, this is Arnold. This is not a tumor. It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Have you been abused in the workplace, raped or screwed? Place your career in my silky smooth hands. Hello, this is Norma Kent for the lower orifices of Norma Kent. If you need me to conduct business on your behalf, let me explore for you. It may take up to 13 months for me to explore, but I will explore for you. Call 1-800. There's so many men to explore. That's 1-800. Maybe I should not schedule syndication meetings for Christmas Day. If your cell phone does not work because you're in California, call 1-800. I want to keep Neil hostage to South Florida. Call now.
and you will receive a free cell phone, one that works almost as good as mine. That wasn't my cell phone. His name is Cesar.
Okay, 101 at 560 WQAM. How about a Caesar salad for lunch?
No, thanks. I already had a really good Reuben.
6 horses down to 6 to 5 now. He'll go back to even money. And your double's probably going to be about with the 3, about $5.
All right.
But you got a $14 double. That means 35. You'd make $10. You're not going to make much money no matter what, assuming the 6 wins the first. But at least it keeps you going the first 2 races. And if the 6 does win, then you're going to cash a double ticket.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because you got all 4 horses covered, don't you? Or did I screw up?
I don't know.
Yeah, you bet the 2, the 3, the 6, the 4, and the 5 are scratch, and you got a $10 on the 1, which has got no shot. Well, that's good. And we got, how many minutes? 13 minutes till post time. Boy, I'm getting really nervous now. The pressure is building.
Now, is any of the stuff that we're doing have anything to do with the wheel? Are we wheeling something right here?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, you are.
Okay, what am I doing?
But you're just betting different amounts.
Okay.
Because you're betting the 6 in the first race with all the horses in all 4 in the second race. You're wheeling the 6 on top.
I see. Excellent.
But you're betting different amounts.
No problem. I just want to be able to
Which
say
is the way to do it, because who the hell wants to bet $2? Who wants to bet $2 on 4, bet $8 on a race and then get back a $5.60 double?
Right.
I mean, you'd only lose $2.40, but I mean, I'm assuming you want to make maybe $10 or $15 or $20 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Did Steve go and check those doubles out again or what? Because I sure hope that 6-3 isn't down to like 480 or something now.
It's down to 6. It's still 6.
Still 6. Well, that's not bad. I mean, it's not good. Not good when you have to pick 2 winners and you only get $6 back. But that's what happens with the chalk, you know. Chalk. What did I tell you about chalk?
Right. Avoid it.
153 votes on Chris's poll. Chris is kind of on the outside looking in, because when he knows about any of this, you could put in a thimble and have him for his fat ass left over. Which of these do you find the most difficult to do? We got 153 votes. Steal 36. Must be no radio people voting on that. Trust 26. Forgive 25. Lie 19. Like I said, must be no radio people. Cheat 13. Hate 11. Sympathize 10. Love 8. And listen 6. Trust 26 in second place. Now the Haas's, let's see what they got going on the main thing here.
$1,000 late pick 4.
That's a puker. That's Keeneland. That's in Kentucky, man. I've never been there. I've been to Kentucky, driven through it.
Yeah.
Never been to Lexington either. I would love to go to the Red Mile in Lexington, Kentucky. Boy, must be beautiful.
By the way, they're showing Woodbine here for what it's worth.
You what?
They're showing Woodbine here among the other.
They're showing Woodbine there now? Oh, my God.
Probably because of you.
I doubt it. Woodbine, let's see, 6 minutes till the first race at Woodbine. Maybe we'll carry that with Dan Loisel. They're off. Just terminally boring guy. He's okay. He never stole a freight train. And Gulfstream is 11 minutes to go to the first post. So Woodbine's going to be coming up next. But first they got to show us the post parade. Oh, look at her. Isn't she lovely? Lady Jockey. She looks like a real dyke. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you think about lady jockeys?
I've seen some really cute ones.
Yeah. I've seen some real cute guy jockeys, too. Like, what was his name?
What was his name?
Cash Asmussen.
Oh.
That's a long time ago, though. That's a long time ago.
It's probably up there now.
A couple of lady jockeys in the first at Keeneland. But at any rate, we'll get to Woodbine. Well, I'm glad you noticed that. See, you're starting to become a real pervert expert on this stuff.
That's right. That's what I want to do.
You're going to be going to the track after the show every afternoon, and
I live like 10 minutes from here.
Next morning he's going to say,
I live like 15 minutes from here.
From Gulfstream.
Yeah.
And then in between races, you can run up and play a little Wheel of Fortune.
That's not what I'm going to be doing in between races.
Elton John, Miss Elton,
you fairy,
raises $2.5 million for Clinton. Did you see her with the Clintons yesterday?
No.
Nauseating.
No.
Just nauseating. Experience is central to Democrat Swillery's presidential bid, and Wednesday night she tapped into one of pop music's most venerable rockers to help fill her campaign coffers with $2.5 million. Elton John, who has sold records in filled arenas for 4 decades, played a benefit concert for Swillery at Radio City Music Hall. I've always been a Swillery supporter, John said, 61, before she launched into his 1970 breakthrough hits, Your Song and Border Song. There's no one more qualified to lead America. The English singer, composer, and pianist added, I'm amazed by the misogynistic attitudes of some of the people in this country, and I say to hell with them. I love Swillery. I'll be there for you. See, this is his fag hag thing again.
Yep.
I mean, both ways.
Glad you said it, because I was thinking.
Well, of course. Just like the Diana business. Uh-oh.
And the jockey is David Clark.
Here's the field from Woodbine, 7-horse race.
Number 2, Kieran's Legacy, owned by Audrey Capacity. Melanie Giddings.
Melanie. See, there's lady jockeys all over the place now.
Excellent.
Majestic Kin is number 3, owned by Jim Saviston. Jockey David Garcia.
See, Garcia, another one of your Julios.
Not necessarily.
But probably.
Number 4,
he could be an engine.
Oh, Justin Stein, that's my boy. Hey, Justin. It's the wife, Justin.
And Greg Peacock, Justin Stein.
Greg what? Oh, Peacock.
Majestic Montana, number 5, the owner John McCain.
So I'm pulling for the 4-horse in the first race at Woodbine. Preceding John on stage were Swillery, her husband Bubba, and their daughter Chelsea. But ugly. Swillery stuck a defiant underdog note in describing her battle against Barack Obama. You lose, honey, you're out. And he's closing the margin in Pennsylvania. By the time we get to the 22nd, man, he might... That one poll, what did it show him 1 point ahead, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
1 minute, or no, 3 minutes till the first race at Woodbine. And then we'll just parlay right over there to Gulfstream. Now, let's turn it into a horse racing show. That should be good for about a point. Yeah, let's sign the contract now, Norma, before they change their mind. Oh, my, because they don't want to hear about it. Don't you understand?
Who?
Don't you understand? You. The audience could... How many times have we taken that poll? Of all the things Neil talks about, what are the least things you want to hear?
Yeah,
in fact, you know...
Harness racing.
No, horse racing in general. Not just harness racing, horse racing, period, and hockey.
When we do those polls, though, you always put harness racing on there because...
No, I do not. I put horse racing.
All right.
You know, you better...
Hey, they're written down.
What do you mean by that?
The old polls are written down.
I know. During the break, I'm going to go find that one.
All right.
Of the things Neil talks about, what do you find least interesting?
Harness racing.
Hockey. We got the Panthers. They can make it again. How about those Panthers, baby? They suck. That whole organization. Jack Martin, he's going to go, just like Paul Maurice is going here. Maybe they can elope together. A couple of frogs. I wonder if Paul Maurice is a frog. Is Maurice... I mean, I know Maurice the Frog from Woodbine, the guy who loses his ass. The one that said, you'll never see me here again. Well, I'm losing 7,000 today. And I thought that once they opened up those one-armed bandits that Dade and Broward were going to... Especially Broward County was going to come crashing down. And then the people in Dade County said, well, you know what? We like it, too. Jebster ain't here. We're not listening to him. We're going to vote for it. Won't that be something, huh? Calder's going to have slots and... Flagler.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? What did I leave out?
Highline.
Miami Highline. You been to Highline?
No, I've not.
I was there twice. I believe in Dania. Twice in 32 years. Just not for me. You know, some things are for me and some things are for other people. And like women, you know, that's not for me. It's for other people.
More for me.
Oh, that's for me. 165 votes on Chris's poll. What did we do on the first one? Over 1,000. Well, yeah, we got to 1,000. Right?
$1,000, yeah.
So we need 35 more to get to 1,200 for a Friday.
1 minute to
that
post
is
time.
awesome. 1 minute to post at Woodbine. And you got 6 minutes at Gulfstream. Now, what's the story? Let me flip over here to the odds channel. It's got the odds on all different tracks. Oh, there's Woodbine, Aqueduct, Keeneland, Gulfstream. 7-5. He's holding steady, baby.
No, it just changed.
Oh, 3-2. Right?
Right.
Now, these are the track odds I'm looking at, right? 14-1 on the 1, 5-2 on the deuce.
Correct.
On the douche.
Yes.
9-1 on the 3, 5-2 on the 4, 8-1 on the 5, 3-2 on the 6. Heavy favorite, $5 horse.
3-year-olds have now reached the starting point.
Yeah. See, when they load the horses, man, this just frustrates the hell out of me. I mean, you know, horses being the dumb animals that they are, and some people, oh, no, you're wrong, Neil. Horses are so smart. No, they're not. They're incredibly dumb. You are aware of that, aren't you? I mean, they're beautiful animals, but they're amazingly...
They're as smart as they need to be.
To move into the gate.
What does that mean?
They're smart enough to do what they're supposed to do. Follow orders.
The outside two.
Oh, here come the outside two. Now, which one is Justin Stein the 4? He's 7-2, $9 horse. Come on, Justin. Come on, baby. And these jockeys, you notice how they all, because they're little people, they talk like munchkins. Well, I think that the 3's going to change this way. Like that. Have you ever noticed?
Yep.
Ever talked to any jockey?
The female jockey that...
the 3 got left in the gate. Look at that. He's about 800 lengths behind.
But breaking like a rocket, Burge Holiday Hunt. For Emil Ramsamy, they waited a length and a half.
Emil Ramsamy. Don't you love that name?
Majestic Montana from second. To the outside is Agile Lad and tucked in neatly.
And my boy's fifth on the rail, though, but moving up. Come on, Justin. Run him down.
That one followed by Look How Not. Then a break of 4.5. to Kin
And of course, these little tiny guys like that, you wonder how they make babies, but they do.
Majestic Kin. And they near the quarter.
How do you think they make babies?
Bird
Magic?
Holiday Hunt has led throughout and leads with a quarter of a mile remaining.
I guess the same way the Chinese do, huh?
Look how knot angles between
I don't think my
horses.
4 has got any shot here.
Nope.
I don't even see where he is. Oh, here he comes.
For agile lads.
He's going to get second, maybe.
How much did you bet? Had a little left.
I didn't bet nothing. Come on, Justin, get into this piece, you idiot. Smack him. Smash him in the head. Kick him in the nuts.
No doubt about it in the Friday opener.
He's going to get second, I think. Justin Stein. Oh, but here comes somebody flying. He got it. Second. That's not too bad. If I'd have been 100 across the board, I'd have done okay. What are you laughing about?
Nothing, man. You big
bet. And the 6-horse won. The 6 was the second choice, 5-2. My horse was 4-1. He'd have paid like maybe $6 and $4. Are you starting to get into all this? You understand it or not?
Yep, little by little.
Betting horses across the board, win, place, and show, stuff like that. 4 minutes to post time at Gulfstream. So let's do the break, and when we come back, George is going to make some money.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It was because I can't see the race because they're taping it and showing a Keeneland line.
6 is in third right now. 1, 5, and 6, and then 4.
Well, where the hell are they? How far have they run?
What's that?
How far have they run?
No, I was asking Steve, because he's halfway. They're halfway.
Yeah.
I heard you. 6 is in first now. 6, 5, 1, 4.
6 just took the lead?
Yeah, by a mile.
By how much?
By a mile.
Is he way ahead?
He's way ahead.
Are you serious?
Way ahead. No, he's not way ahead. By nose. Sorry.
Pisses me off. What?
Look at that, Tara's Warrior. Too bad I didn't bet that.
What are you talking
Here
about?
comes the 4. I'm repeating what Steve says.
How far ahead is the 6?
By a nose.
By a nose?
I kept saying that. Top of the stretch now. 6 and 4.
Yeah.
6 is slightly ahead.
Yeah.
Now 6 is rolling very far ahead. Oh, yeah, 6 has it.
He's pulling away?
Pulling away.
Forrest puking his guts out?
Yeah, and everybody, he's leaving the
All
pack.
right, let's hear it. It's Neil Fixer
by a mile.
Heavy chalk, and I hate the chalk.
I know.
Well, you got the double now.
All right. I'm wheeling the 6. I got to say that during the break. Woot, woot. Thank you, Steve. That's my cheering section over there.
Yeah, Steve.
Well, he's got his own money on this. He bet too. We're all vested.
He did bet the 6?
Yeah.
And why is that? Based on what I'm telling him, or based on the fact
That's right.
Well,
we're all in this together.
I'm reading it off a sheet of paper. I don't have any racing form.
You got the magic touch.
Yeah, touch this.
And then on the TV right next to it, Maria Sharapova.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Keeneland, the race. Oh, here's the race from Gulfstream. Now let me watch it.
Oh, you get the replay there?
Huh?
You get the replay there? It was tense there for a minute, but no contest.
Here we go.
They're off. Uncle Emil on the inside and Scarbum had good starts. Dr. Stick outside of them with speed, and they're followed by Terror's
Did you ever look at those old
who came
polls?
out running in fourth. Break up another
No, I did
3
not.
back to the 2 trailers, Mortal
That's because
Tiger
Norma's faxing me
and
my
Bobo
thing here to sign.
as they race out of the chute. Uncle Emil, a long shot leader in the early stages here, opening up a
Look at that, the 30 to 1 shot. See, those long shots a lot of times they'll block the early open big lead and they just puke. They stop for a walk.
2.5. Then Mortal Tiger and Bobo.
Like that.
The quarter was 24-2.
See how that one cute? Are you watching the replay?
They don't have the replay going right now.
And on the far outside, Dr. Stick, Terra's Warrior is right there too.
So you might say Dr. Stick stuck it to him, huh?
Inside. Scarborough is in fourth, and now 2.5 lengths off the lead.
I said you might
Mortal
say.
Tiger and Bobo in the back. The half mile in 47-3. Round the far turn, Dr. Stick at the rail. Tara's Warrior alongside. These two locked in battle with Scarbum right behind them. And then it's Mortal Tiger. And a long way back to Bobo and Uncle Emil. Round the far turn. Dr. Stick, Tara's Warrior, Scarbum. And right off of them is Mortal Tiger as they make their way to the top of the stretch.
Yeah, I'd be real nervous about now. The 4 never made any, at least not
now. And it's
now.
Scarbum on the outside. Dr. Stick cuts the corner. Tara's Warrior between those two. And Mortal Tiger is fourth as Dr. Stick comes down to the 8th pole with something
this
left.
This is called a jog
Dr.
burger,
Stick
okay?
and Paco Lopez opening up 3
jog
lengths.
burger?
Yes.
Scarbum is
probably what you had for lunch.
Tara's Warrior and Mortal Tiger
Listen,
on the outside.
look at this. He wins by about
Dr.
10.
Stick wins it by 6.
Well, by 6, like I said. Dr. Stick's by 6.
6.
So here you go. So you're alive. You're going to cash the double. Now we just hope. Now we got to figure out what the actual double prices are going to be. Which when they post them up there, Steve can write them down.
Right.
And then we can figure out how much you're going to lose. I mean, how much. It won't be much. So what's the deal now? Do you think I should sign this or what?
Well, that all depends.
All depends on whether your name is in it. Your name is not in this.
No, I know. But the conversation that we had more than one time was that it was going to be negotiated all together, and that's where we left it. And that's what you said that you were going to have Norm do, is negotiate a deal for the three of us all together. We had that conversation more than one time, over and over and over again.
Did we?
Mr. Alzheimer's, yes. And you said, it's not going to happen this time. I said, you sign something, and then they take advantage of that. They know that me and Brian are going to stay with you no matter what. And you said, it's not going to happen this time. Then I'm going to have Norm negotiate something.
Norm's going to take care of you. He doesn't know it yet, but he'll take care of you.
Well, I trust you.
Now that we know that other lawyer, you have nothing signed with that loser, that fake.
You knew that then. I said that then.
I did not know that then.
We had the same conversation many times.
That guy led me to believe that you had some kind, like they said in Godfather 3, we have an understanding.
I led you to believe that I was going to put everything in yours and Norm's hands, and that he was going to negotiate
it's in Norm's hands,
at the same time for all of us.
If I was you, I wouldn't put it in Norm's hands.
No.
He might squish it.
No, it's okay. I understand.
That's what Brian Craig said. He said he's a little rough around the edges. 184 votes on the poll. Which of these do you find most difficult to do? I bet you Chris is really impressed by the way your horse won there.
I was so impressed.
Hi, Duff.
I'm wishing I had money on it myself.
Pulled away and won by 6. Now, did Duff bet it?
No. He just came and had a Reuben, and then he got the hell out.
He did?
I don't know what he ate. Who he ate.
Well, based on the way you described it, I'm jonesing for one right now, as a matter of fact.
It was seriously the best Reuben I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I was talking to Steve about it, because you know how when you get the fatty corned beef, it's like hell. And when it's nice and lean, it's like heaven. And it was there wasn't an ounce of fat, a smidgen of fat in that whole sandwich.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
And the audience is saying, yes, you will. And my neighbor is probably saying that. So the 4 and 5 are out of the second race. The 1, the 3, and the 6. There's only 4 horses, and 3 of them are getting bet.
Okay, here are the doubles payoffs.
Double possibilities. Okay.
6-1, $36. 6-2,
wait, you go too fast.
I forget you're writing these down, man.
Yes.
6-2, $24.
Now you got what, a $4 6-2?
I'm looking over here. Yeah. Yes.
That's $48. All right. That wouldn't be bad.
And then I have the 6-3 is $8.
$8. You got a $14. So $56.
And the
is that right?
Right. The 6-6 is $17.
And you got a what, $4 on that? Or $5?
$5 on that.
So that's 34 and 850 is 42.50. You're in, baby. You got.
I'll take it.
Nice.
You're in.
No matter who wins, you're going to make a few bucks.
See, this is why you need somebody savvy. There's a system here.
Savvy my ass.
I don't want to savvy your
You're a crazy person, savvy.
That's a fact.
I'm sitting here with when I just printed these out off the computer.
You at least know the language.
No racing.
You know the lingo.
I know the language. I know the language.
Next time we're going to fax you
the form. There goes the money. That's the language.
They have an office here. They're very nice. Next time we'll just fax you the racing form.
No, I don't want that because it's too much information. Don't you understand? We've been doing this and I've done pretty well.
Yeah, you have.
Haven't I? Haven't I picked several winners and just sitting here looking off
all the other times that we've had track appearances, I only bet favorite colors and I always
Justin Stein, I'll tell you one thing, he's riding it. Oh, sorry, Justin. He is a cute little guy. Anyway.
I'll take it.
He's married. He's got a kid or two, for crying out loud. He's like 25 years old, Justin Stein. You think he's going to come over here and hanging out with me?
You never know.
Maybe I'll see him at Woodbine one day.
Maybe he likes your type.
Yeah, right. Fat, old, and ugly.
Fat old men, yeah.
And loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore, though. Not after I sign this thing. I just put it aside for now. You're gonna have to make your peace with Norma is what you're gonna have to do. You and Chicken Neck, you went off there. I wanted to wait till Monday to deal with this. I don't want to spoil anybody's week.
Whatever.
Chris and I had a discussion before the show, and we both agreed that you're an idiot. But you went off half-cocked, if I can say that, and you got involved with
over and over and
Chicken
over
Neck.
again.
I told you this guy's a numbskull.
But this guy's getting me paid. He's going to sue Joyce, and he's going to...
Yeah, right. Sure he is.
We've only had the same discussion like 20 times off the air. But we can have it on the air, too.
Why?
Whatever kills time.
No, I don't want to kill time. I'm taking a look here. You've got only 20 minutes till the second race. And I hope they don't do that to me again. Because we got Woodbine, Aqueduct, Keeneland, Gulfstream, 4 thoroughbred tracks at the same time. And if they can't show them all at once. So I kind of had to rely. Thank God for Steve Sloan there giving us the call of the race.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to learn to do that, too.
Are you?
Call a race.
I don't think so.
Why not?
We get too racing intensive on these shows. I got all these important bedtime stories to save the world here, and we're doing the Georgia.
Yeah, we're not going to save the world. We need to tell people.
Which one is the best one for you? I think the chalk, the 3.
Right.
You've got a $14 double. That's 7 times. That's $56, and you bet 25. You make $31. That would be sweet.
I'll take it.
Doubling your money.
I'll take it.
That would be sweet.
That'll pay for the gas it cost me to get here.
There you go. And you got a free Reuben sandwich, free lunch.
That's right. Beer. I'm drinking beer right now.
Free beers. What's not to like?
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
A Friday, you bastard.
I'm in some trouble and the feds have proof. The wiretapping has exposed the truth. Now I'm so sad they want me to resign. Telling everyone I love client number 9. I can't believe I'm such a hypocrite. I used to say that hookers made me sick. Now I'm a John and might even do time. My wife and daughters know I'm love client number 9. She came down to Washington to give me some kick. I paid her all the cash and then shot her away. An hour at the Mayflower is causing a stink. She dropped her clothes, my pants flew off. I didn't think, I didn't care if I was wrong or right. Now I am screwed because of just one night. My career is gone, I just want to run and hide. 'Cause everyone knows I'm love client number 9.
131 at QM. Now, again, you got your ticket in your hand there.
I got 3 of them, yes.
Read me what you got. You got a $2 6-1, right?
Correct.
6-2.
$4.
Aha! Well, guess what?
What?
6-2 is $28.
Okay.
So that means 56 if the 2 comes in. So you got 2 shots there at $56.
Sweet.
And 6-3, you got a $14 double, right?
Right.
And 6-6, 5.
5.
So that's $42.50. You're going to come out. The only one that would be not so good is the 1. You'd only get the $36 back. You still win $11.
Still win.
Not bad. The
No,
ones
that's
you want
up.
are the
That's profit,
6-2
see.
or the 6-3. What?
That's profit.
So you want anybody but the 1.
All right.
Maybe
Go anybody.
Maybe the 1 will get left in the gate. We don't want anything bad to
Here
happen.
comes the 1 right now.
So
They're
don't
showing him in the paddock right now.
Yeah, how's he look? He's a little bit nervous, like he's got to take a big dump?
No. Just walking around.
See, there are different theories on that. If a horse has to take a gigantic dump and he does it right before the race, you see him lift his tail, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think that's a good thing.
Really?
But I think it's a bad thing because you're going to run a lot faster if you got to go.
I know, I always do. Run faster
me
after.
too, but sometimes I don't run fast enough. Like at the Hilton. I wasn't running, I was squatting. I was like goose-stepping. There are the sirens coming for me again, you hear them?
I hear them.
Yeah, it's the poop in your pants police. 202 votes. Now, what we've been shooting here for, I got lost in the translation.
Anybody but the 1.
Oh, that's right. Forget about that. We have over 1,200 votes all told. That's what I've been told. So, in the meantime, I just don't understand this. We ought to do a poll on this. When we do these shows, when George is at Gulfstream, the audience loves it, they hate it, they kill themselves, they impale themselves with sharp objects, or they just don't know what to make.
Well, remember, they'll always vote for they hate it, no matter what the poll
is. Look at that. The 3 is 4 to 5. That's $56 for you, baby.
You could say, how do you feel about free sex? And they'll go, hate it, if you put that option on there.
That's South Florida for you, man. They're a little bit sour. Although I do like those sour pickles.
By the way, got a pickle with my Reuben. It was great also.
I got a pickle yesterday, too.
That's good. That's excellent news.
I'm not going to be starting to give you like a rub down and a rundown.
No. It's just that you were mentioning.
Although it wouldn't take very, very long because that's the first time in quite some time.
You mentioned that, and so I was starting to get worried because there's no point in living if you're not doing that anymore.
Really?
Really?
I didn't say I'm giving it up entirely.
Okay, all right, good.
I'm finding my spots.
Good.
Anyway, even money on your 3 and 2 to 1 on the 6. Now what's the 6? You got a what, a $5? $42.50. That's not too shabby. $17.50. That's more than Chris makes in a week.
About twice.
Anybody but the 1, and the 1 unfortunately he's taking some money. He's 3 to 1. Funny Buck with Manny Cruz. Funny.
Yeah.
Buck. Don't forget to go see Cruz now. None of the Misfits showed up today, huh?
No, none.
What a great Friday. And I discovered that I have a lunch appointment here at 2 o'clock that I have to go pick up the food, but nevertheless, I'm the oldest delivery boy in town. You do know that.
I know that.
Even though it's raining all day, it's not raining hard. It's just a little like a little drip.
No, let me ask you,
drip.
I'm sure they have places that deliver to you.
Yeah, they do, but not what I want.
I see.
Not our favorite.
I see.
Chicken Parmesan. Delicious. You like chicken Parmesan?
Yes, I do.
What's not to like?
I like almost anything Parmesan.
Me too. I like
whatever.
Armpit Parmesan even.
You betcha.
4 to 5 on the 3, 6 horse 2 to 1. Those are the let's see. And the 2 is 5 to 1. 4 horse field. This is going to be now. How long is this race? I didn't even look.
I don't know. I'm sure it says it up. Okay,
6 furlongs. 3/4 of a mile. Like the first one, I'm sure was also 6. You're sure that it says it?
Oh, it says it now. Yeah. Right when you said it, it came up on the board. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm getting to. I'm getting to know.
Well, you're starting to catch on.
Right.
This is a very bad situation for you.
Listen, I've learned way more complicated languages than
Here's
this.
the post-parade of Keeneland. Oh, there's Robbie Alvarado. Bet on him. He's a good jockey. 7 horse. Plunge your guts out. Oh, Garrett Gomez. He's even better jockey. 5 to 2. McLeese Creek. Now, how many minutes we got? 9 minutes to post, so I better do the break. That last time I thought I was going to screw it all up. And it didn't make any difference anyhow because I wasn't getting the feed live, and they taped it. But it was great the way Steve Sloan was describing the race. They're like,
I'm just going to hand him the microphone next time.
And now he's way ahead. And won by about 400 lengths, and he's like, well, I don't know. Can he win it? Can he do it? If I were you, what I would do sometime this day, I would make my peace with Norma. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I would explain to him that you have no ties to anybody else, and that Neil, being the good guy that he is, has gone on the air and said that I will pay him a reasonable stipend to take care of your, because I know you can't afford it.
I can't afford none.
You got to pay him a few bucks to do something.
Right.
What do you think? He's going to keep negotiating for you for free?
Absolutely not. I paid him the first time he negotiated for me.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What about the last time?
No.
No, see, there you go.
Because you said that you'd take care of it.
I'll take care of it. I'm not going to say a lot, certainly not any large amount. I'm thinking something reasonable, like about $8. I'll take care of it. Oh, look at this. The second race is coming up at Woodbine. We get 2 racing intensive, man. They're off. Dan Loisel. A voice that you hear in your sleep. They're off. Why does he do that?
I don't know. That's his style.
That's exactly right. That's his style. At least he doesn't scream and carry on like that guy at Tampa Bay Downs. That screamer. Every race you on the 3 on the outside, screaming and yelling like the world is coming to an end. And these are like $1,500 claimers in Tampa. They got bandages on their tail. That's how many bandages. Even the jockeys are wearing bandages. You know, it's a real horseball track like Raceway Park in Toledo when the horses and the jockeys all have race bandages. You know what bandages are? You ever notice that on horses?
What, like around their legs?
Around their ankles and feet.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Or they got bandages there?
Sure. All over the place.
Well, sometimes that's just for show. That's right, for show.
The show looks good.
Or for place. Okay, let's do the break, because otherwise it'll be a little too tight.
Names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Some independent truckers say they'll stop hauling freight, protest the record high diesel fuel prices.
Off the road again. I just can't pay to fill my tank again. Diesel fuel is higher than it's ever been, and I can't pay to get on the road again.
Oh my God.
Off the road again. Oil profits, they are such a sin. Screaming things at those ExxonMobil men. I can't pay to get on the road again.
You fairy.
Off the road again. Like a pack of suckers, we go down the highway. Hope the gouging ends, 'cause the Arab world's getting richer each and every day. It's so lame, off the road again.
We're making a statement.
I just can't pay to get on the road again.
We shut down for 5 days.
I drive a truck and take it up the gassy end, 'cause I can't pay to get on the road again.
We are not going to put up with prices like that.
No, we sure aren't. 1:42 at QAM. So what do you got? 2 minutes to go to post time?
Their boots. 3.
George is going to make some money now. It's guaranteed. Isn't it a good feeling to know that whoever wins, you're going to make a couple bucks?
It is. And we did some calculations here, and we're going to root for the 2.
Yeah.
Just because that's going to be the
you're going to do
the
what?
biggest payoff. Root for the 2. Because that's going to be the biggest payoff, will it not be?
The 2 or the 3.
Right.
It's both the same, $56.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, you must have done some bad calculations.
Well, you think I did it? You know I don't do math. Let's plug Steve again.
Bad calculations. Here's the tape delay post parade for a Gulfstream. Well, we'll get it on live, I think. Won't that be exciting?
No.
I got some good stuff here that I wanted to pass along, but I don't have time to do it because we're too busy making you a couple of bucks.
All right.
Don't forget to go see George tomorrow, 10 to noon, for the grand reopening of CompUSA at 1740 North Federal Highway in prestigious Fort Lauderdale. Come by for great savings on all your computer needs and maybe win some of those really funky QM prizes, some of the crap that we have stored away in the broom closet. CompUSA is back, and George will be there 10 to noon mañana. So how many of our people came out today? We have like
half dozen.
Half a dozen?
Yeah.
It's not what I consider a mammoth gathering. You know?
Well, you know.
But at least...
when we get the dancing girls out here, then we'll really draw a crowd.
Living and breathing people or what?
Yeah, normal people. Not misfits. Fits.
Funny Buck to the inside
What?
stall.
They're going in.
Funny what?
BL's
You heard him.
Metropolitan coming up.
Buck. Bugs Bunny.
Gryffindor's Sword.
Now, who are we
will
rooting
be
for?
next.
The 2 or the 3?
The 2 or the 3.
Not the 1.
Not the 1. 1 is bad.
6 ain't bad. But 2 or 3 is
Here we go.
bad.
They're not tape delaying this one because I can hear you.
No, it's on live now.
4 to 5 right now on Gryffindor's Sword.
And this guy doesn't say,
$56.
and they're off. That's not this guy, right?
No, that's Dan Loisel. That race is over at Woodbine. You better know your tracks and announcers, Mr.
I'm
This
gonna
guy's
get
pretty
to.
good, this announcer at Gulfstream. I don't know what his name is. He's pretty good.
And
But
still waiting for Gryffindor's Sword now.
You see, they're having some issues.
He almost said, and they're off, and there was one horse not in the gate.
Right.
I wonder if that's ever happened.
Gryffindor's Sword will go in riderless. Here comes Manuel R. to the outside stall. Just about ready for the start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any time now. It's only a 4-hour show. And it's only a 4-horse race.
There they go.
Maybe the 1 will get left in a gate.
The 3's out of
the 1 got away bad.
Gryffindor's Sword had the best break. BL's Metropolitan out well. Manuel R. broke 3rd. And Funny Buck will trail early. Racing down the backstretch, and BL's Metropolitan leads by a head. Gryffindor's Sword is alongside 2nd. Manuel R. is just off the top 2. And Funny Buck isn't far behind either. He's last at about 2.5 lengths off the lead as they go to the half-mile pole. BL's Metropolitan runs by a quarter in 22 and 3. Leads it by a neck. Gryffindor's Sword alongside 2nd. Manuel R. is just off of them, running in 3rd. Funny Buck is down on the rail, and he's just 2 lengths off the lead in a tight pack of 4 on the far turn. And now Gryffindor's Sword pokes his nose in front. BL's Metropolitan to the inside. Manuel R. is 3 deep. And Funny Buck is still last. After a half and 45 and 2. At the top of the stretch, it is Gryffindor's Sword. In front now, Funny Buck has run, and Funny Buck has come from last to engage Gryffindor's Sword at the
not the 1.
BL Metropolitan's been left
No, he ain't going to catch it. He ain't going to catch it. He ain't going to catch it.
It is
He ain't going to catch him. He ain't going to catch him.
Funny Buck needs 2 down.
No, he isn't. He isn't. See there?
Told you
wouldn't catch him.
Gryffindor's Sword beats Funny Buck up.
All right, George is rich. If you see him outside Gulfstream, hit him up for a few bucks.
Yeah.
Well, that was a tough. I thought the 1 was going to go on by him. You got $56 bucks. George made $31. See that?
See?
That's more than Chris makes in a month. That's right. That's why Chris is so quiet now. He's just speechless.
I'm crying over here.
That old bastard just made $31. Yeah, what did he do for it? I had to walk him through it, man. What did I tell you? That sounded like a strange number, didn't it? $14 double.
It all sounds strange to me, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
Because I don't know the language yet, although I did get to say I'm wheeling the 6. I was really excited to be able to say that.
Well, 7 times 8 generally is $56 last time I checked.
Yeah, I try not to think about those things. It makes my ears bleed.
So there you go. It's done, and we picked, we did it again.
Yeah, we did.
Becoming legendary here at Gulfstream. Maybe I can be the handicrapper, because I'm going to need to augment my income.
That's right. All of us
Just remember what I told you. This is serious advice now. Make your peace with Norma. Send him another nice email. Don't say, hey, how about me, you silly old queen, like that.
All right.
Don't say like that. Just say, what are you going to do for me, Queenie? Norma.
I'll send him a nice email.
No, seriously, tell him that you're not involved. You don't have any written thing with that goofball, that jackass, that Jan Murray guy. Oh, well, we want 45 points, and the other guys want 72 points, and you're going to only owe us $1 million. And what a schmuck. All these guys that talk like hotshots, they remind me of Bob Gordon. You remember Bob Gordon? He used to be on the air? He used to be on TV?
No, I remember Gordon Soley, the wrestling announcer.
He's dead now. Boy, his son was sure. We hired him to do weekends on NWS, only because he looked really good. That's why I hired him. I was the PD. Bob Gordon's son. And then it turned out he was a jerk, and we had to can him, too. I think he worked one weekend. And he got fired at it. And you know damn well, if somebody looks that good and he gets fired and I have something to say about it, he must have been really a jerk. But nevertheless. You following me?
I'm following.
So make the piece.
You got it. I didn't know there was a non-piece.
Well, no, it's not a question of non-piece. It's just that he was under the impression that you had some deal going with that Jack Ball.
Well, I'll set him straight.
And as far as Baldy is concerned, I guess there's a one-page deal, and he's fine, okay? Just the fact that he's actually getting paid on time, doesn't have to keep whining all the time. He'll be fine.
That's
I will continue taking care. Although, you know something? Me and I may have to renegotiate.
Oh, yeah?
Well, now that I'm, making about 5% of what I used to, how can I? You're laughing.
Oh, my God.
But you don't think I'm going to have to make a major readjustment. It sounds very,
why don't you cut some barnacles loose? Why don't you cut some sandbags
loose? The kind of money you're making and you're whining about it like that.
You could trim the bums in your life. That'd be excellent.
Will you stop with the bums? Stop with the bums. I'm not paying you a dime for George. In fact, you got your winnings there. Pay him the $31.
It'll be the commission.
Yeah.
For the commissioner.
Pay him a $31 commission. Anti-war Democrats accused the White House of plotting to settle the next president with a quagmire in Iraq as General David Petraeus faced the second day of scrutiny in Congress the other day, whenever the hell it was. On the 5th anniversary of the fall of Baghdad, Petraeus and U.S. Ambassador to Iraq Ryan Crocker on Wednesday spoke to two committees in the House. They faced a similar grilling in the Senate on Tuesday. President Bush's spokeswoman, meanwhile, left little doubt that he would back the general's call for freezing U.S. troop withdrawals for at least 45 days after July in the national speech on Iraq policy yesterday. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid didn't wait for Bush to speak, demanding changes to a war plan that looks set in stone for the rest of this presidency. We're stuck in the twilight zone in Iraq, Reid said. And all you have to do is look at him and we're in the twilight zone, Harry Reid. When violence is up, the president says we can't bring our troops home. When violence dips, the president says we can't bring our troops home. President Bush has an exit strategy for just one man, himself, on January 20th, 2009. We should live so long. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin said top administration officials must accept the judgment of history over the war and would soon hand over the quagmire of Iraq to the next president. And it goes on, and it's just, and the public's worried about what's that reflection in Dick Cheney's sunglasses, huh?
I don't know, but
and is Hillary going to have a bowl off with Barack? Is that how we're going to decide it?
I just got a fistful of dollars handed to me.
You got $56. Am I right? Counted?
Yeah, 56 and change.
Yeah, and change.
Yeah, like 56.50 or something.
Oh, in other words, it was like $8 and change the double? $8.20?
Whatever it was. I got some dimes here.
No way.
I told you. 50 cent. 50 cent. Don't ask me how or why. He handed me 56.50.
How could you get 50 cents for what?
I don't know. 60 cents. Don't ask me. Maybe for my good looks.
That must be it. Maybe the 60 cents is to pay Norma.
That's right.
237 votes on our second poll today. What do we have? 1,000 on the first one, 1237. That's pretty good, Chris. Good work on a Friday.
Well, thank you very much.
By us. Which of these do you find the most difficult to do? Steal, 61. Trust, 38. Forgive, 34. Hate, 25. Lie, 24. Sympathize, 19. Cheat, 18. Love, 11. And listen, 7. Boy, listen should have a lot more than that because, well, I don't know, these are our listeners, so maybe they're listening, you know?
What?
Exactly. Most people don't listen. That's one of people's biggest weaknesses. Mm-hmm. They don't listen. I know a lot of people like that. I'm trying to tell you something. Escúchame. They don't listen.
¿Cómo?
Exactly. Perry, is he still walking in the woods with Bud Davies, or are they both dead? I don't know. Perry's still dead.
One of them's dead.
Perry's very dead. I hope Bud Davies might be dead by now, too. He was a real nasty old coot. Let's play some CKLW jingles if we only had time. All the jingles, all the time. Who were you telling me likes the jingles? DA?
DA, whatever his name is.
DL? Yeah, DLDA. He likes the jingles. Maybe we can hook him up with Blind Mike.
Biggest biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
It stinks in Miami town at 560 WQAM.
Hello again, everyone, from the Channel 7 News Center. I'm Rick Sanchez with your 60-second Gulf War update. We have some new reports that just came in. They're hard to explain, so let's move to the Middle East war map. Rick's World, if you will, and I'll try to explain.
Rick's World, party on, excellent.
Party on, everyone. I'm your most excellent anchor, Rick Sanchez, and with me, as always, Sally Fitz. Party on, Sal.
Party on, Rick. Called San Pedro lately?
Not since I've been back from Houston. People in the business remember, but fortunately for me, the public has a short memory.
Say, what about that guy you flattened? Is he still in a coma?
Yeah, still in a coma. I'm so glad you brought that up, Sal. Not. Anyway, Hussein blew off a couple more scuds at the occupied West Bank, but those awesome Patriot dudes intercepted.
Kaboom! Kaboom!
As you know, the insane Hussein... Gosh, can I turn an original phrase or what? He has poison gas, but as I squat... over Baghdad.
Gas mask alert.
Somebody gave Rick a raspberry.
I'll give him a gas of my own.
Hot air out of both ends.
Oh, more raspberries.
Hussein today said.
Yeah, look at the...
I do not know the secret weapon the Americans have. The 40-foot colossal news anchor with the chapped lips, squatting over my country with the smelly gas. My troops are all fleeing, but for me, I ran, but I couldn't hide.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Party on, Sal.
Party on, Rick.
I'll sit and squat so you worry not. Rick over Iraq for Channel 7 News.
Bye, bye, bye!
The biggest names, the best talent. And your home for Miami Dolphins football. Sports Radio 560 WQAM. Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
What are you going to do? Nice college boy, huh? They want to get mixed up in the family business? Huh? Now you want to gun down a police captain, why? Because he slapped you in the face a little bit? Huh? What do you think, this is the Army where you shoot him a mile away? You got to get him close like this. Bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
This is better than sex.
Ah, you're taking this very personal.